Hello, welcome to Vanguard Tactics. It is 2,000 point battle report where we see the Genestealer Cole, aka Muscle Beach, versus
the Death Guard.
The Death Guard, because apparently, according to some people last week, they're not very good, but I disagree. Anyway, I'm Jake. Obviously, our mission here at Vanguard Tactics is to bring you confidence and clarity in all aspects of the hobby in Warhammer 40,000 basically. I'm joined by
Mike.
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 Not Wazowski. Mike Casello. And obviously, it wouldn't be a Vanguard Tactics stream without our stream team. So obviously, over on the deck, we have Muscle Beach's own Stephen Marks.
How you doing, Jake?
I'm all right, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you.
That's all right.
Looking forward to this epic matchup.
It's going to be cool, isn't it? I'm very much looking forward to this.
We've got Team Handsome versus Team
Stinky.
It's Ugly Betty versus Muscle Beach. We're ready to go. I'm so excited.
And I'm joined tonight on stream in the commentary box with Nicole. How are you doing, Nicole?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm doing good. Doing
Good.
We've also got Seb on them cams. Look at that camera. Look at Seb.
Whoa.
Look at them blips.
Look at those blips. Those bikes.
We've got a fantastic scenery tonight, haven't we? Terrain setup.
Yep. So obviously this is the new, with obviously a bit of extra, GW terrain, which I didn't realise, right? I went to my local Games Workshop on the weekend, saw this set in box. Didn't actually realise how much one set gives you. So this is two sets.
Yes.
To put in perspective. So obviously half of this board is one set, which is obviously perfect for a 1,000 point game. If obviously you wanted to take it to 2,000 points, buy two sets, you've got a battlefield in a box.
It's really cool because thematically it's quite different to anything else that they've produced. It's like this military installation kind of thing. Lots of satellites and lots of different levels. And you can move bits around and change it each time as well.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously it being modular and obviously it's a lot very customizable. So we used this a few weeks ago on our Angel Off. Obviously, and if you want to see how we configured that, you can see how flexible this terrain is. But enough about the handsome table. Let's talk about the handsome chaps of this. So obviously, massive thank you, obviously, to the sponsors of the Vanguard Tactics stream. First off, Siege Studios. Obviously, if you want your models being as handsome as this guy right here, you can obviously go over there. They do some amazing commission painting along with obviously merchandise they have, along with also painting tutorials as well. Obviously, sign up to their Patreon, so obviously go check them out. Another one being Frontline Gaming. Now, Steve.
Yes.
There's something happening.
There is.
What's happening?
Well, at the Bay Area Open,
you
can now purchase your tickets for the workshop. And I've put the link in the description below. So if you would like to come to the San Francisco
Bay
KublaCon, that's what it's called,
KublaCon.
Yeah, the KublaCon convention. Myself, Michael, and Chris are going to be doing a one-day workshop. So if you want to learn more about 40k, learn how to play, improve as a player, whether you're completely new or maybe a regular tournament player, then this is the chance to come and improve your skills. Yeah. Tickets are on sale, and that'll be next month at the Bay Area Open at KublaCon.
Yeah. Description below. Obviously, there are a few videos on the Vanguard Tactics channel of the people who attended the first ever workshop at the LVO. So if you want to see some feedback from there, go watch that and then go buy a ticket. There's no excuse. Up your game, ready for the Bay Area Open, where this guy's going to win it, and he'll probably come second, if not win it.
You don't even have to be attending it, guys. If you just want to pop down to San Fran and chill out with us, do a workshop, pick up some new skills. Obviously, loads of stuff's hit the game at the moment, balance data slate, etc., etc. Great chance to improve your skills.
Down the San Fran. Pop to the local San Fran. Oh, you're not even there yet, and you're already speaking like a local. I love it. Right, obviously, as Michael alluded to, this game is brought to you also by the balance data slate that dropped last Thursday. Probably one of the best things to happen to Warhammer 40,000. Obviously, there was stuff for Tau, obviously, they got a bit of a buff, I think. And then you have Custodes. Wow. I thought they needed a buff, but wow, they got quite a lot in there. Drukari obviously got some stuff. Genestealer got nothing. And I don't think Space Marine's got anything. Yeah, is that right? No?
Well, if you want to find out more about the balance update, you can check out and listen to the Competitive 40k podcast where I cover absolutely everything
with Dave, the king of intros.
Absolutely.
My favourite.
So you can check that out. But we will be using these New Balance updates. Now, as it appears today, how it's going to affect tonight's game is Michael is going to be ignoring the first point of AP on all of Jake's weapons.
Yes.
He reduces AP by 1, basically. And also, any Terminators are now going to gain the objective secured.
Wowzers.
Keyword, which is going to be really great for holding objectives. But before we move on, we've got a couple more sponsors to shout out. Massive thank you to Entoyment. So Entoyment, if you're in the UK and you want to purchase your models, check out Entoyment. Obviously, if you're in the States, check out Frontline Gaming, along with Mats. And if you're in the UK for Mats, check out JW Gaming as well for Mats in the UK. Now, we probably should do the mission. So quickly, Michael, I'm going to go to the mission slide deck now. Talk us through the mission.
Okay, so we're playing the Scouring. This is a hold 1, hold 2. So at the end of your command phase, you get 4 victory points if you hold 1 objective, a further 4 for holding 2, and if you hold more than your opponent at the time, you'll get a further 4 for 12 from that. Now, there's an additional way to score primary points. This is if you do an action which is completed in your next command phase. You'll get 3 points each time you do that action, and it has to be on an objective that your opponent's not on, and you haven't already done this action on that objective in a previous round. Now, we can score up to 100. Ooh. We're going to get 10 because you're barely painted.
I am barely painted.
So we get 10 each. We can get 45 maximum for the primary, which I've just described. And then, of course, we have secondaries, which we'll go through after we've done the lists, but we can get 45 total from those, maximum of 15 per.
Well.
And on to the list then. We're up to Army 1. Let's take a little look tonight at the Death Guard. Over to you, Michael.
Cool. So first run with the Death Guard. We're running Mortarian's Anvil. That's the 3rd Plague Company. We have a Lord of Contagion as the Warlord. He's got Arch Contaminator. He's got a Warp Insect Hive, so he can reroll hits and wounds in combat. And he's got a sort of pointed upgrade, Explosive Outbreak. So 6s explode with his weapon, which is a Man Reaper. He's also got a Desiccation Orb. This stuff is disgusting. Anyway, so we've got a Plague Caster. So he's got Miasma, Pestilence, and Curse of the Leper. I'm going to turn your guys into lepers.
Oh, no.
Then we'll just do the other characters as well. We've got a Biologus, Putrefier. He's got Suppurating Plate, so he's got a 2+ save, and then he can do mortal wounds that bounce back if I fail any saves. We've got the Noxious Blightbringer. So this is my favourite guy with the bell.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the Demon's Toll Relic, which is pretty cool. We have a Tallyman, no relics on him. And then we have the rest of the force. 2 squads of 10 Plague Marines. Ooh. Each one has 2 of the Blight Launchers. 2 squads of 5 Plague Marines. I believe one has the Plague Flamer. And then we've got 10 Cultists. And then we have lots of Terminators. 2 squads of 5 Blightlord Terminators. There's a flail in each unit. 1 unit, the Sergeant, has been upgraded to have a relic, which is Plaguebringer. It's like a damage 2 weapon that messes with leadership. We have 2 units of 3 Death Shroud Terminators. The champion in each squad has a double Plague Burst, Plague Spewy thing, Disgustingness. We have a Rhino, and I believe that's it.
In honour of Chris.
In honour of Chris, yes.
You have the Rhino.
Yeah.
Right, that's 2,000 points, yeah?
That's 2,000 points. It's expensive stuff. And I have decided to take 30 Plague Marines.
I respect that. That is what we want to see now with this new balanced data slate. Anywho, me? Well, it's Muscle Beach time, right. So I have got a battalion of Twisted Helix. So obviously we'll go through more of what that does in the game. So leading the battalion is the Brood Lord, the Patriarch, the leader. So he has got the Warlord trait, so he can... he counts as obviously +1 damage on his claws, and he's got the relic for he can take one of the Geo enchanted things. I don't know if I have to say it in my list, but basically it will always be the 5 up Feel No Pain.
I think he gets 2.
He gets 2. Well, we'll have a look, but most likely he's having 5 up Feel No Pain and maybe he's playing 6s. Then I've got the Magus, so this is just a wizard, so he's got the Unwilling Orb, so I can deny anyone on the table. And again, an additional deny, those are the 2 bits that more matter. In the troops, it's pretty simple. 6 units of 5 acolytes with nothing at all. One of them has lying in wait, so they can come just outside free, so really nice for R&D, nicking an objective, anything like that. Then we have the main event of this army. 2 units of 10 aberrants. Okay, right. One with our time is nice. They always get +1 attack. They can never gain an extra attack from the spell, sadly, but it's good.
And that's on the first time they fight, isn't it?
That's on the first time they fight.
Very
So
nice.
obviously in the second round, well, hopefully we won't be there. And then I've got 30 Genestealers. Ben Jones, eat your heart out. And one of them has the upgrade for the 9-inch pre-game move. So when they come out their blip, they can move 9 inches.
Cool, very nice.
Or they can go back into reserve, which is super cool. I've also got a Biophagus, which helps obviously buff the aberrants. I've got a Kellamorph with the Relic Wormtooth rounds.
Very nice.
Classic Pistol Pete. Even better, now Bodyguard has obviously been slightly changed. And then in the fast attack slots, I've got 2 units of 4 bikes. One of the units have demo charges. I have, in the dedicated transport, a Goliath truck. And then I have one little Nid friend.
What?
One Nid friend. He's come here to join the cult, and that is Death Leap. I was so impressed with him. In the preview we did last week, he had to go in the list, and I'm really excited to show off, obviously, what I can do with him. And obviously that's an auxiliary detachment. Just under 2,000 points. I've got 4 points, sadly, left to play with, but nothing to spend it on.
Do you want some good news, Jake?
What's the good news?
Well,
Is Arsenal losing?
you know James, the legend from Siege?
Yeah.
He's just texted me and he said, tell Jake if he wins tonight, he'll personally paint you a squat when they come out.
Right, Michael, how much money do you want? Come on.
You can have this one for free,
Come
mate.
on.
See you guys.
Right. Well, James. Well, first off, thanks for watching. And second off, yeah, let's do it. I'm very, very excited. Now we have all the marbles. Tournaments mean nothing. Trophies mean nothing. It's all about
Squats.
painting a single Jake. So that's all I want.
There we go.
Custom character. Right.
Now, if you would like to support the channel, the best way to do that is with Super Chats. Now, Nicole, how do Super Chats work?
So, if you have a question for one of us in the room, it could be Michael, it could be Jake, it could be Seb, it could be me, it could be Steve. All you have to do is super chat in and ask us one of your questions or put in a request. And if you super chat enough, we'll definitely do it.
Absolutely. And there's a great way to support the channel along with becoming a member. And there's members content coming out every single week. So if you want more videos from Vanguard Tactics, become a member of the channel. Okay, so Jake,
Handsome.
what secondaries are you taking?
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think this is obviously a lot of a very common one. I've gone with Retrieve Nachmund data.
Okay.
Cult love doing it. Love a bit of the old Nachmund. I've gone Stranglehold, so obviously I've got to hold 3 objectives, well, half the objective and more than you. And then finally, I've gone with no prisoners. I don't want to fight those characters because they look a bit scary.
Yes.
I may be completely wrong. But obviously it just means the more models I kill, the more wounds that I'm killing, the more I will score at the end of the game.
And points mean prizes.
Points mean prizes. Equally, I could have hidden one of my secondaries and obviously assassinate, no prisoners going to that. But what's the point? Let's all share. Sharing is caring here on Vanguard Tactics. We're all a team. I'm not going to hide anything from anyone here.
Okay, very nice.
Right.
Bit of a weird stream, wouldn't it? And at the end, surprise!
At the end, I won. James, give me my squat.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Michael, what secondaries are you taking?
So we've gone with Stranglehold as well, which is the hold 3 and more. We've gone with Raise Banners
Yeah.
and Grind them down.
Oh,
We're gonna grind.
you're going to grind
we'll
on
grind
me.
your muscle boys
Oh.
down.
You're going to grind my muscle down. I don't think that's how it works. I think I've killed Steve off as well, which is probably good to start the stream. Steve?
Well, we did 365 different test audios earlier just to get it right. So no joke. Hopefully the sound quality is good. Let us know, chat. Are we sounding crisp and clear?
Do I sound like Siri? So, right. Anywho, we've
Time
done
for
the
that roll off?
secondaries.
Yeah.
We've done the secondaries. We've done all that. Let's roll some dice. I'm going to pick this blue dice.
I'm going to pick this red one.
There's no particular reason. Right. Here we go. Go on, Michael. You go first.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Fine,
all
sir.
right. No, it's all right.
It's a 4.
4. An average number. 6. A more average number. So that means I have to go first. So obviously we're going to shut up and we're going to hand over to the commentary team. If they want to send you to the sky so you can watch the game, mute us,
I'm going to mute you, yeah.
and then me and Michael will fight in glorious melee.
So, Steve, there's a lot at stake for Jake here.
There is quite a lot at stake, actually, and getting a model personally painted by James is quite the prize, I would say. So, Nicole?
Steve?
who's your money on tonight?
I mean, I hate to say it because I know that Jake has a lot for stake up here, but I have gone with the Death Guard. My vote is with them. No other reason besides I really like the look of them. And, you know, they're on that more demonic side, so I've got a root for them.
Well, I've got to be backing my boy, wielding the Muscle Beach, haven't I?
Yeah, okay.
Jake himself. So I'm going to put a poll up right now. So who are you backing tonight? Is it the GSC or is it the DG, the Death Guard?
The DG.
Absolutely. We're going to ask the community now. We're going to see who hit. We've got Death Guard Dave. He is in the chat. He's one of our fantastic and unbelievable Death Guard players at VT. We've also got Carl Grundy. He's watching. Ben Jones. He's in the chat. We've got Sam Hill. We've got White Slan. How is everybody doing? Sam Hill has said, question, why did Jake not use blips? And because he didn't, it is allowed to switch around some stuff if he didn't use them. I think he used some blips, but I think sometimes we just make it a little bit quicker for deployment, basically. So it looks like Jake's had an early press with those pre-game moving bikes, which is going to be really, really interesting. It's going to be good to see that he's already started to get that early stranglehold, which is great. So he just needs to make sure he's got enough models on those objectives. But he's also using this, Nicole, because Michael went for raise the banners.
Yes, which means what?
So Michael wants to raise banners. Now, what that means, he needs to do those on objectives.
Yeah.
And he needs to use one of his units to raise a banner on an objective. But he can only do it if there's not an enemy model within not engagement range who's on the objective.
So that is why Jake has spaced out his bikes from the top left objective all the way in Michael's deployment zone, all the way to the bottom left.
I believe they're two separate units, but
he's spaced them both out between.
Exactly. Now, that's going to basically stop Michael from raising any banners. Now, that means he can only start raising banners as of turn 2.
Right.
Okay, so you can raise a banner in turn 2 because he won't be able to do it in his first turn, and then he will score in turn 3. So he's only going to be able to score in turns 3, 4, and 5.
So he's already blocked him off from getting those points in the beginning.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Now, if Jake's clever, what he can then do is keep putting units on those objectives and just stop a banner going up any time.
Yep.
All right. But in him doing so, has Michael baited him to do this so that he gets grind them down? Because Michael needs to kill more of Jake's units in a turn than Jake kills of him.
Right.
So
and they're just coming to Michael.
They're literally right there.
They're literally driving to Michael. Michael's just sat back. He didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
They're coming to him. He's just going to kill him and then put the banners up.
Yes, exactly.
Well, we will see.
So it's going to be an interesting one because is Michael guaranteeing the 15 points on grind because Jake has flung his units forward in order to try and stop Michael getting those banners up? So it's going to be an interesting score.
What would you have done if you were in Jake's shoes? Would you have advanced or moved all the way to his side of the table? Or would you have kept more reserved, your unit more on your side?
So I think unless you know what... Jake's gone all in at this point, right? You can already see the Genestealers are going in and absolutely everything. So I think Jake is already assuming that he's going to lose a lot of assets this turn anyway, regardless if he goes first or second. So you either play really defensive and not give away any units whatsoever, but then Michael's free to put those banners up, or what you can do is obviously go for what Jake's done. And I do think this is the right play.
I think this is the more entertaining play as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if Jake just holds all his units on his side, we're not going to see anything get killed or get shot at.
No, I do think, because if Jake's smart, he can pick his turn when he can deny Michael the grind. And it's going to be interesting to see when he does that. He only needs to do it for one turn to bring him down to 12 points. And he just needs to make sure he's got enough units to stay on those objectives every single turn, whether it's putting a truck on there, putting one model on there. But he then needs to watch out for Michael's heroic intervention. And if Michael completely screens out these objectives, Jake's not going to be able to do that. Okay? So it's going to be interesting, I think. Yeah. So We've got a couple of super chats here. Siege Studios is super chatted in. Thank you so much, Siege. 449. Mike, no pressure. Make him work as hard as you can for it. Let's see how much he wants a squat.
I think if Mike wins, just get him one squat that's painted as Michael.
Ah, wow.
Just.
There's a squat.
Oh yeah.
There's a squat on the line. Ian James is also Coach VT. Ian is said £5 evening team hoping for a win for the forces of chaos. Let's go, Michael. Question: which Chaos Legion and why? So I'm going to head over to Michael. Let me quickly unmute you. You need to go to camera 1, numero uno. What Legion, Michael, and why?
I am a big fan of the 8th Legion, the Night Lords. I love their lore, and having my first army in 40k was Tau, which were like kind of the good guys. I then wanted to be the real bad guys, and Night Lords are a great way of doing that.
Yeah. Okay, back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much, mate.
I'm done, by the way.
Well, back to you then, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Right. So, if you want to go to the top down real quick, I'll just explain my masterful tactics, right? Running. It is a state of mind. Mm-hmm. Running towards something, towards your goals.
Right.
That is another. Okay.
Now, we've got a quick member here. Joe Wheaton's just become a lieutenant. What an absolute legend. Death Guard Dave's popped in with a £5 super chat as well. And he said, let's go, Mike. Which play company are you? Grind them down for the win. What play company?
We are the third one, Mortarian's Anvil.
Mortarian's Anvil. Okay, I like it.
Whoa. Right.
So, Jake, you were telling us about something about running, doing cardio.
Yeah, I was saying about running. Muscle Beach needs to get in there quite early. So what we've done is we've got our, if you go to the top down, we've got our little bicycletters, our little bicycles. They have sort of gone to do some move blocking. I've made sure to be outside free because obviously we had the conversation about obviously what Mortarian's Anvil's stratagem does. I've also done it over here, so I've got both sort of sections move blocked, holding the middle objective of my stranglehold, and then just stopping, as expertly said in the commentary box. Obviously, I'm stopping a banners there.
Yeah, and the extra primary.
And the extra primary, can't forget about that one. Right, then we've also got over here, we've got some aberrants, they popped up, and what this biophagus do is giving them a fake tan. So he's spraying them all, and then at the end of my shooting phase, they will be fake tanned and ready to go. The unit in the truck is already fake tanned because of the biophagus upgrade, so they don't need any more tan. They really don't need any more tan.
And what does tanning do?
So what tanning does, Steve, is it gives me, well, normally, so at the end of the shooting phase, I'd roll a D3, and depending on what I got, depends on what buff they got, but if you do it on an aberrant, you get to pick. So I will be picking 5+ Feel No Pain for the unit. But so Feel No Pain damage prevention roll, so obviously when I take damage, I roll that many dice on a 5+ for each one, I ignore it. Which is obviously very helpful on my aberrants, which are 3 wounds each and -1 damage.
It's pretty good.
And that's because you got your Nivea suntan lotion on.
That's because the boy over there, the biophagus, has got his tanning bottle out. But he had an upgrade so he could pick a unit before the game started and they could already start with one of those tanning. So obviously I picked the unit of aberrants in that truck. I know you would like that. You're smiling already.
I do. I love it.
This unit of Genestealers over here, you may know it's not doing anything. That's because it's doing R&D. Now, do we really need a narrative reason why they're doing R&D? What they're doing is they're digging for more suntan lotion. This is the theme of the game. They're trying to get all this fake tan to get to Muscle Beach. Otherwise, no one's going to any competitions. And honestly, it's a travesty. As someone who is dedicated their life to bodybuilding, I don't think it's going to be okay. Kellamorph's obviously not done anything because obviously he doesn't need any fake tan. Genestealers on the other hand over here, they're a bit pale. They're going to wait for the biophagus. He can't, but little does he know you can't actually use fake tan on pieces.
Oh, right.
Anywho.
Right, we've also had a question from Matt Law. He said, I've just bought a ton of the Nachmund terrain. What keywords have you given the fence areas? I love the new terrain and love what you've done. So I believe what we've done here, if we go to top down, Michael, can you point to one area where we've got
so this we're treating as dense.
Okay,
so we've got the aerial in here basically to represent that it's hard to shoot through.
Cool, yeah.
In this area, so like woods basically here.
Yeah. And then what other areas have we got?
And then we've got these bits at the back. And these, I think this will just be like a light cover area terrain piece, but not obscuring or anything.
Okay.
So yeah.
So basically light cover if you're in that area.
If you're in that area.
But not obscuring.
Not obscuring.
Right.
Okay, and then obviously all the other bits and bobs are just like open ground if you're actually on the containers.
Yeah.
Okay, like it. All right, very
Right.
nice. Sorry, that was a great question, Matt. Another VT coach in the chat there. Cool. Jake, loved your narrative going on. Make sure you tan.
Always tan.
Then-
Always tan.
Then
Always.
Then glaze.
Always. Okay. Then glaze. Then maybe don't go to bed straight away.
Exactly.
So,
You gotta let that dry.
and
right,
then
anyway,
you're ready for the summer.
so
Right.
we on to the psychic phase.
We are. I've not actually really got any powers to do, to be honest. Muscle Beach doesn't mess about, okay?
So you got a CP though at the start of the turn.
I did, yes, which I then spent to run this unit of Genestealers 6 inches automatically, because they are ready.
So how many CP do you want now? 7, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
7.
Anywho, we're now going to do some shooting, because
Okay.
again, I've got no real shooting, because there's no point, just because, as I said, all the powers I need to do are out of range anyway, and I don't want to spend the CP to
Yeah, makes sense.
bounce it. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to throw our happy hand grenade into these Plague Marines, all right?
Oh, rude.
Ready? So I get D6 shots, so all of their shots will declare against this Plague Marine
Okay,
unit.
cool.
So first off, the demolition charge for a big 6 shots. Right.
Not bad.
So 4s to hit. 3 hits. So obviously, because I have got Death Leaper in the list, I don't get Crossfire, so obviously that's why you won't see me putting in Crossfire tokens on. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Minus.
It is -3, and it's only 1 damage, because obviously
So
of
it's
your...
-2 now.
Oh yeah, because of your Armour of Contempt.
And I saved them both.
Whoa,
Anyway.
okay. Whoa, that would have killed a
Yeah,
Plague
have that.
Marine.
Have that.
Whoa, okay, that's a bit good. Maybe we need to talk to GW. Right, and then the shotguns, 2 hits. No wounds, they weren't going to do anything
Cool.
anyway. Same thing over there, but this time I'm going to declare your Rhino with the demolition charge. Does he
There's
also
only
get
one
this?
unit's got a demo charge, right?
Oh yeah, I'm so used to having 2. Right, all of the shotguns just going to go into the Plague Marines.
Sure.
Bloop. Ooh,
Into the
here we
Plague
go.
Marines. You fool.
5s, 1 wound.
1 wound.
It could make the difference. And it has! Wow,
Fine.
that's
I'll
unbelievable,
take a
Jeff.
wound then.
Right. Now we're going to do some charging. So,
Oh, we don't need to do that.
Genestealers are going to go into those cultists.
Okay, I can't see you because obviously the bottom floor is blocking line of sight. I'll set to defend.
Okay, tanning! Right, there we go. So, what I'm going to make sure... So, obviously I rolled an 8, and what we're going to make sure is that... Oh, no, I'll have to get within 6. It's all right. So, blang, blang, blang. Because obviously engagement range, you're an inch away from the wall, obviously.
Yeah.
So
And we're just avoiding that heroic intervention.
Yeah, so
right?
I'm outside 3.
Cool.
There. So that's 3 inches there.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go there. I can't stay outside 6 to teleport off, but then it's at least going to create a bit of a problem for Michael.
I can't make it a 6-inch either, so you're all good.
That's all right. Cool. So we're going to fight because we've heard they've got some spray tans. So 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to save you the trouble here.
Who's
mate.
gonna
How
kill
many
him?
attacks have you got?
They've got about 40 attacks at
Hitting on
strength
2s,
5. Yeah.
winning on 3s, AP lots.
And did they have spray tan?
I think these cultists are dead.
They didn't have spray tan. Well, this is gutting. So
My poor cultists.
they didn't look very tan, so obviously no spray tan for them. Anywho, right, now we're just going to consolidate, again, making sure not to be within range. As I said, I couldn't get outside 6, so obviously I can't teleport back. But that is my go done.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's your turn.
Is that it?
Is anybody doing any actions on any of the objectives?
Oh yeah, the Aberrants might as well.
Yeah, you may as well.
They're not doing anything
I couldn't
anyway.
have stopped you, and you're more than welcome to.
So, at the end of my go, Michael, and everybody in the room, I've got Stranglehold for 3 points.
Nice.
I have got I've done my first R&D in this quarter over here, and then I have also got 1 point on a prisoner. Obviously, if we're counting it during the game because I've killed 10 wounds.
Yes. Yeah. For the total I have is 11.
Yeah.
Potentially from no prisoners, and obviously you can get the bonuses as well.
And then obviously 3 points on that primary, secondary, tertiary, whatever you want to call it. Is that right?
So it's in your
in my
phase.
command phase.
If they're still there, which they probably will be.
If they're still there, they are tan now, Michael. Of course they're going to be there. Right. Anyway, so that's my go done.
Cool.
Over to you, good sir.
Nice.
Death Guard, turn 1.
Fight.
Right, I'll just quickly roll to see if I get CP from the Tallyman.
Oh,
That's more than a 7.
that's quite good.
So I get CP, and then of course I get the CP at the start of the turn as well. So I'm on 11.
11.
11.
Right.
Well, I've already had you on 10, so did you?
So I was on 9 at the start of the game. Now I'm on 11.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
The reason you have him on 10 is because it's your wrong.
Yes, I was actually looking at your VPs, got that wrong completely. Right, cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there we go.
CP
So
for VP's taken
I've
quite
got it.
seriously,
You
man.
on 7, Jake, for CPs.
Yeah.
And you on 11, Michael. All right then. So let's mute you, and we're gonna, head to the top down.
Cool.
You're now muted.
Okay. So, what is everyone doing at home? Where are you watching this tonight? Are you watching this at work? Are you watching this at home? Are you painting something while you're watching this? If you are, what's on your hobby desk tonight?
Yes, chat. Let us know what you're up to. Always good to find out exactly. So, Nicole, I called it, didn't I? I called it right with what Jake's maneuver was.
Yes, you did indeed. And you think Michael's going to go in and try and wipe them out this go?
So, what Jake did really well there, he also committed a kill, which means now what Michael has to do is kill 2 units, not just one.
Yeah.
He's got to kill 2 units now in order to get the grind them down.
Because he has to kill more than Jake did in his turn.
Absolutely, yeah. That is exactly what he's got to do. Now, obviously, there's those 2 units of bikes out in front. Michael has to deal with them anyway, because obviously they're currently move blocking him. Yeah. They're stopping him from really moving out any further, which was a great move there by Jake. And also, by killing both of those units, what that does mean, it means Jake's then going to only hold 2 objectives, obviously, in the backfield, scoring Jake an 8 point. Because this is a hold 1, hold 2 mission, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, cool. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see here. Obviously, Mike also needs to make sure he's putting enough resources into those Genestealer cult in the corner. That's put an early press on to killing those cultists. And obviously, Jake just getting rid of some of Michael's OBSEC. But obviously, he's got a lot harder job to do that now because obviously with all those Terminators gaining that ability.
Dear, I must say, it's very nice watching this. Having done the basic training with you, I know a lot more of what's going on and I'm understanding a lot more of what you're saying to me. So it's very nice to watch after us going through that basic training.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, that was something that the basic training course, if you're new to 40k, we've completely reinvigorated the course.
We have. I mean, I'm completely new to 40k in terms of I've never played a full game and I know a little bit of what's going on, but very, very, very basics of what's going on, as in you're moving. I don't know why you're moving. I don't know anything more than that. So it was really interesting to do the basic training with you because we could pick up on stuff. You know, you've been playing 40k for a really long time.
Yep.
So I'm picking up on stuff that, you know, is probably like second nature to you and very basic to you, but to someone who doesn't know the game,
there's a lot of complexities, right?
I don't understand any of it.
Yeah. So what we've done instead with this new course is we've actually used you now, Nicole, haven't you?
Yep.
And we've gone through it together on video, and we've updated some of the lessons because there was a few little gaps that we had needed to fix. We've listened to the feedback, and we just wanted to make this the course the best it possibly can be. Now, we're going to be sending out an email on Monday.
Yes, to anyone who has signed up.
For the waiting
you can
list.
Still sign up for the waiting list. It is in the description below. So if you are interested in, learning 40k and you don't already know the basics and you want to get some models on the tabletop and understand these battle reports a bit better and play for yourself, then there is a link in the description below to sign up for the waiting list.
All right, so we've got a couple of questions here. Stacks has said, I hear Tabletop Titans are going to be in the UK soon. Got any plans with them? We don't, but hopefully, if I can get a hold of Bridger and maybe Adrian, I'm not sure who's coming over, but we can hopefully get them here. I know why they're coming over, but it's all about logistics, and that is a bit of a problem. So hopefully we can do something together, even if it's something maybe somewhere else. I can't mention too much things at the moment. It's all secret sauce. Tech Dad Gaming said board looks great. Sam Hill said painting the most handsome looking patriarch you've ever seen. Obviously Sanguinius. And then I hear they completely sculpted that after Jake himself.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's a very handsome man.
Does not surprise me. Very handsome.
Cody said, what up, VT? Good luck this weekend. Thank you very much, Cody. Yes, I'm going to be playing at the Bristol GT, as is Michael. I think Jakey is playing at the Entoyment RTT, so good luck to him as well. Carl Grundy's painting some Shadow Suns. Somebody's painting some Plague Marines. Chris Rigg manatizing Crisis Suits. Yeah, keep them coming in. We love to hear about it. Right, okay. We're going to now head over back to the guys.
Okay, we've moved. We've done a couple of command abilities. The Tallyman's given +1 to hit to these Terminators. Just to sort of make sure to deal with this Genestealer issue. Okay? It's a bit of an issue.
Well.
Some stuff has advanced. Most of the stuff that is advanced is not going to be shooting anyway.
Yeah.
But various stuff, obviously, if we move, we count as stationary because we're Death Guard.
Which is very good.
Which is very good, obviously, for Bolter Discipline. So we're just going to shoot stuff. I've got a Psychic phase.
Okay. That's a bit.
Yeah, we're going for the Stranglehold. I want to charge with a lot of units, if I can,
Yeah.
just to get my presence in the middle of the board.
Get that presence.
Get that
Your presence. Everyone has presence.
We all want presents.
We all want presents. Right. So, wizard.
Wizard time.
Wizard time. So my wizard, my psyker, can deny anywhere on the table, and obviously can deny 2 spells. So, obviously, I assume you only can cast 2 spells.
I can cast 2, yes.
So I do get to try and have a dice game and beat you.
All right, well, the first one then, Curse of the Leper, we'll do on these Genestealers.
Curse of lepers.
I'm going to make them lepers. That does go off.
7.
On a 7.
Right, here we go. Wizard. No, he did not wizard.
So I'm going to take 1 mortal wound because of Pestilential Fallout.
So that will
kill my guy. And then I'm going to roll 7 dice.
Oh.
And if any are above your toughness,
Which is 4.
which is 4, you take a mortal wound. So that is
4.
4 more mortal wounds. Please.
4. So 5 of Jean's Stealers are dead.
Yep. And
We
then
will have
I'm going to put
a burial in the car park.
Miasma of Pestilence on the Blightlord Terminators on my sort of right flank.
Okay, so on that far one by the
That far
Rhino,
side,
by
yeah.
Chris. Right.
That is a 7 again.
7. Right. And denied.
Denied, cool.
By Mickey Mouse. So,
All right.
the wizard.
Okay then. That's it for Psychic Phase.
And Steve looks disappointed in me, like most people do.
Let's,
So-
let's do some. Let's do some shooting.
Shooting? I just started blasting. Right.
Let's do some shooting.
So-
Okay.
So
So
you're going to blast off the table.
I'm going to do a few bits and bobs, but I want to charge in most places.
God, then.
We're going to fire the Terminators, the whole squad, at these guys.
Okay, that's all right.
And I'm going to spend
Yeah, okay.
1
Don't
CP.
hurt me.
I'm going to spend 1 CP
One
to make
CP.
their bolt weapons plague weapons.
Yep, so you can reroll one's 2 wound.
And because I've got Arch Contaminator on my Lord of Contagion,
You can
reroll
reroll
all of the wounds within 12
wounds.
inches. So
That's very good.
we're going to spend a CP there and go for that. So let's see if we can kill you guys.
That's very good. Very, very useful, wouldn't you say, Michael?
You got a white dice somewhere? Brilliant, yes.
Yes,
it's very
I'm
useful.
full of tricks.
And obviously Tallyman, so we're
Yeah.
hitting on 2s, and we're re-rolling the 1s.
Does he
because
get
of the
+1?
Lord of Contagion.
I thought it was just combat.
Is it just combat?
I don't know. I'm not an
double check.
expert.
I'll double check.
Just quickly check.
but we'll
But
see if it matters first.
yeah, I doubt it will. But
So this is 4s, and then re-rolling to wound.
very good because your contagion range is only an inch at the moment, isn't
Yes,
it?
currently, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, otherwise it would have been.
Alright, I'll just see if these would have wounded. So there would be 2 more.
Okay, let's see if it matters.
And then we'll double check it doesn't.
No, it doesn't matter. So you've killed a whole unit.
Brilliant.
You tan-hating hooligan. How could you?
No tans, thank
4 arms to apply tan better.
you. We're the guys that
So-
stay inside,
Yeah.
catch all sorts of diseases.
Oh yeah, it's actually quite fitting. Quite pale, shriveled.
We've lived in a box our entire life, so as soon as we step outside, we just catch everything. Okay, other shooting.
I'm not going to say what I wanted to say because otherwise Steve would probably come over and hit me.
Right, so the problem is that I don't really want to shoot these.
You're on thin ice, lad.
I want to
Oh.
kill
Thin
them in
ice.
combat.
You know why.
But I think I'm going to shoot a little bit at this squad over here. Just get some shots
You're
in.
going to shoot in my bikes.
Going to shoot them a little, yeah. So we're going to fire the bolt guns from the plague marine unit.
Yeah, sure. You can do what you want.
You're
champ.
-1 to hit.
I am -1 to hit innately from being a bicycletta,
Cool.
which is a bicycle.
Toughness 4 though. That's a pretty good roll.
Yeah, it's very good.
Got 5 saves, no
Okay.
AP.
No AP, so 4+. 1 wound. It's just 1 damage, I
Yeah,
assume.
just the 1
And it
damage.
was on this unit,
The fire unit.
the far out unit.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll put it on the one closest to the objective. Just to, if you do want to charge me, and you do kill him, it makes that charge a bit harder.
Okay.
Not too fast.
Then we've got the Blightlord Terminators will fire as well. And
The
these
BL.
guys are
The BLT.
the BLT indeed. 4s to hit, yeah.
They are called BLT.
Jake, apparently someone in the chat said you've dropped the Genestealer on the floor. Make sure you don't step on him.
I don't remember you
Oh, he's gone.
Genestealer on the floor.
If he has, he's gone into the shadow. I've not dropped. That's
Right,
quite
yeah.
impressive. That
2 saves.
2 saves on the basic letters.
Yep.
Right. 1.
Cool.
So one.
Because we're filming in full HD, mate, we can really capture the action. Whether Jake's dropping models or dropping something else,
I don't
we
think
might
I've
be able to
dropped
see it.
anyone.
This is another plague unit doing exactly the same thing. These
There's
guys
10 over here.
have
So
reroll ones.
let's hope nobody's hurt.
I don't remember you
If I don't get Jean's
Maybe
kids,
Squidly's just having you on.
if I don't get Jean's kids back in one piece, she'll have my head. So,
2 more on the same unit.
Bicicleta. Oh, you killed a
One more
bicicleta.
dead. Good, good, good. The Rhino will do the same thing. Nice work.
Why do you hate them?
One more.
One more. Bicicleta, yeah.
Cool, and then...
I work
Goodness
to
sake.
So this is going to be interesting, Nicole, because Michael definitely has to kill all of these models. Otherwise, Jake's going to be getting a big 12 points on that primary.
A big 12.
A big 12.
And he killed any units so far?
He has killed one, but he needs to kill Jake
2.
off that objective.
And he needs to
Okay.
kill 2 because he needs
Yes.
to kill more than Jake
Charge
this
phase,
turn.
It's
So
in the
no more
charge
charges.
phase.
Oh.
Now, he's
Well, I
going to
might
need
shoot
quite a
these
big
little bit,
charge
actually.
here.
I'm going to shoot these a little bit more.
You're gonna
Just going to fire a couple of guns at him.
just gonna let them know you're there.
Just going to fire a couple of guns.
A couple of warning shots.
A couple of warning shots. Past the bowman's ear.
There's no bowman here.
That's not just a couple of warning shots. That's quite
This
a lot
is,
of warning
this is
shots.
blight launchers too.
Oh.
2 wounds with blight launcher. It is a
It's
plague
a
weapon.
plague weapon. Yeah.
2 wounds.
Minus on this.
Minus 2 of these.
Ooh, 6 up. I fail
Yeah,
both.
2 damage each.
Oh no. Oh no. Right, come on.
Cool.
Well, actually, yeah, no, I'll keep that. BC Gletters
All right.
in the shop.
So charge phase,
Yeah.
and I have a lot of charges.
Yeah.
Possibly half,
Too
if not
many.
more of the army
Okay.
is going to be charging.
Show me what you got.
So first of all, and this one's pretty important, is going to be the Rhino.
The Chris.
Can't quite squeeze past that bike. Well, we'll see. So the Rhino into those bikes.
Okay. So
That's
a 4.
which should do it from there.
That is intense,
A 4 will definitely do it.
as my cue cards say.
So he will get there.
Okay, so he has blocked that entry point,
He has.
but probably more
indeed.
importantly has done something else. So,
And then we'll have this Plague Marine unit will charge as well.
yep.
Same target.
And what do you need to get there, Michael?
So this is
like a-
2,
So
but we're going to use the full 8.
the full 8 to
full
get on that
8.
objective.
We're
So you
gonna
have
get
obsec.
All over that objective.
So even if you don't kill me here,
Even if I do not kill
still
you,
have it.
I am objective secured.
You are.
It's nice to see Plague Marines actually back on the table.
It's nice to see all Marines back on the table, to be honest.
It's great to see all Marines
Yeah.
back on the table, yeah.
It's great to see Aberrants back on the table. Nothing happened to them. It's just great to see them.
It is. It's just so muscular.
Yeah, Muscle
Yeah.
Beach.
Absolutely.
Moulded
Right.
of Steve, harnessed by Fake Tan and Jean.
Yeah.
We're gonna take this second Plague Marine unit.
Okay, for a ride.
I think we'll charge them as well.
Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, okay, right. 7.
So we needed a 6 to get in, but we are of course going to use the full 7. So
7.
this guy can go a little bit further, and I'm going to turn them around so it's easy to distinguish.
So they're staring at the
them.
wall.
So it's easier to distinguish them from the other
Runs
unit.
into melee and is like,
And
no.
Michael, how are you playing this terrain, just so people know?
So this is just like an area terrain piece of ruin,
Yeah.
so it's breachable, etc. We can move through it. You can, of course, go on top. So I do take some movement off going on top.
Yeah, as I said, we did that for the movement, but because they're going
Yes.
just round it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because these guys are just moving around it.
Yeah, and they're all
That's all
facing now the wall.
They're just facing the wall. They're making it a bit easier. They don't want to look at you, mate.
I don't want to be here.
They're immensely jealous of your muscles and tan.
Have you watched Kingsman?
I have
what,
watched
The first
King's
one.
Man.
The first
King's
one.
Man.
You on about Kingsman or the King's
Kingsman.
Man?
The first Kingsman.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've actually
the-
seen all 3.
Where Samuel L. Jackson shoots someone in the head and he's like, oh no. There's all these Plague Marines. They're just like, oh no, I can't bear to watch the carnage that's about to incur on these BC Gletters.
Right. That
They're all like this. So like,
is
all
my
right,
charge phase.
come at me. So-
That's it.
right. So who are you going to fight with first, Michael?
Good question.
Good
I do have to
question.
declare
Yep.
the Biologus is going to give mortal wounds on 6s to the big 10-man unit.
Oh, the one's facing the wall?
One's facing the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to be within 6 and the other squad isn't.
No, that is okay.
So what we're going to do
6, not
is
7, I noticed.
fight with the big unit at the back.
The big unit that is
Big
facing
unit at
that
the
wall.
back. We want them to absolutely wipe this unit here.
I think that's
These
going to
two
be
guys.
very likely.
Should happen.
It should happen.
Should happen.
It should happen.
Nicole, do you ever wonder what goes through Jake's mind, just generally?
I think me and Jake are quite similar. So I think what goes through his mind also goes through my mind sometimes. So I don't have to wonder, Steve.
You know.
It's going on
Wow.
in my head.
Are you trying to have a best friend off?
I do wonder what goes on. In
Magic
that boy's head
roundabout,
sometimes.
mostly Magic roundabout. Sometimes Spurs. But then I get a bit sad, so I go back to the Magic roundabout.
Yeah.
What I do enjoy is watching the two very different play styles here. Of Jake being in like almost La La Land when he's like playing the game, like dee dee dee, I'll just go here, woo. And then Michael is just severely focused. And very
Someone has
serious.
never heard of the Drunken Fist, Michael.
Severely focused.
You can if you zoom in on his head, you will see how
what, two
focused.
It's like Megamind over here, like boom.
And that is the size of your biceps.
That is the size of my biceps.
Yeah.
Muscle Beach, fake tan,
Right.
juice. That's what
Okay, so I've got 6 in combat. I strung out to keep some lookout sirs going on.
Lookout,
I'm going to spend
sir.
1 more CP for trench fighters, plus 1 attack for guys with plague knives.
Trench
So
fighters.
how many you spent this turn then,
We're
mate?
not in a trench, mate.
So I spent 2 this turn, I believe. 1 for the plague weapon thing.
Yeah, and
this one now.
that, yeah, so you haven't spent that many.
So you're down to 9.
Down to
We're
9.
not in a trench, so
We're not in a trench,
no
you're right,
trench
actually.
fighters for you. That's how that works.
Okay, you're still -1 to hit though, aren't you?
I am. It's
Even in
all the
combat.
time.
It's a bit annoying.
BC Cletter's doing donuts.
So we're hitting you on 4s.
Oh, did they get that?
But we are re-rolling the ones for the Lord of Contagion.
What about Telemann?
The Tallyman only gives his buff to 1 unit.
Oh,
Which
I thought
was
he
the
gave out like an aura of
Blight
reroll
Balls.
hits. So is that like the old? I think that's probably
That
what
may
he
have
used.
been the old one.
Oh, sad.
Right.
Sad.
So we're re-rolling wounds here.
Yep.
Your toughness 3 now because of contagion range.
What?
So we're wounding on 3s.
You are winning on freeze.
Okay. And I can re-roll everything
You can.
because
So currently you've done 2
Arch
mortal wounds.
Contaminator. Yes, I have.
Yeah. So, okay. So you've done 2 more wounds. That's going to kill a bite no matter what.
Yep.
Okay. And then what's the minus on those?
-1.
Okay. So 5 ups.
Oh.
That was actually quite decent,
Jake.
but they're still dead. So dead BC Cletters going back to the chop shop. And then
They've got to sort out that puncture.
they do need to sort out that puncture.
Okay.
Too much tan. Right. So obviously this unit
Yes.
now has no one to fight.
No.
They have no friends.
But they can still pile in and consolidate. So they can move 6 inches basically towards you. I'm going to do the Rhino
Unbelievable,
first
Jeff.
real quick.
Right.
The Rhino did hit you once. That is a wound.
Puny Rhino. Oh.
Haha.
Chris!
Haha.
Stop hitting me. Right, there we go.
Right, okay. And then I'm just going to consolidate with these guys. You can ready your attacks if you wish.
Yeah, all right. Ready myself. So I have ready to joust with my 4 counted 4 attacks.
Oh, he's in a different unit.
So
He's there.
he was facing a wall, Michael.
Just make sure you're ending closer to the closest enemy model,
because they're all
Michael.
in a line, so they're all going that way.
They're all like
If that makes
curvy.
sense.
They've all
They're all going
finessed
that way,
Right.
in a line. What I might do instead is just leave.
Just to quickly,
Where they
Staxer
were.
says, all right, I've got to go, smash that like button. I agree. He's also said, when am I coming to Canada so we can get another arm wrestle with Mini Wargaming Dave? I don't know if Dave's recovered from the last one.
It was so intense that somebody,
Had a
not naming
nosebleed.
any names, Quipster, had a nosebleed.
I don't think he's recovered from it.
He still hasn't recovered.
No.
Okay.
Nose is still bleeding.
His nose is still. It will never stop bleeding.
Yeah.
I am going to punch those Death Guard so hard
Yeah.
that they're never going to
See the lights of day
see
again.
the light of day. 2 hits. Sad.
Cool.
I am +1 strength, but it didn't matter. Right.
All right.
Okay, Michael.
That's
So,
my turn.
that was a very good go. I do have a leadership check, so I can fail it on a 6.
You can, yes.
But I didn't, okay? So what did you do, Michael?
So I've got Stranglehold, of course, because I've got objectives secured in the middle now.
Wow, okay.
And I did get Grind them down. You killed 1 unit. Killed the
did.
Genestealers and 1 unit of bikes.
You did. So It's very good. So obviously
Just
that's
as planned.
3 and 3. Obviously didn't do an action because I was on those ready to go. And also, what was your third secondary? I can't
Banners.
Banners. And obviously you can ban
Prevented me
banners.
from doing this. Yeah.
So.
Okay, you've got then, Michael, 3 points on Strangle. Grind.
3 points on Grind.
Okay, and no raised banners.
No raised banners.
And then Jake, how many points are you scoring at the start of your turn?
So I'm going to get 8, but plus an additional 3 because I've done an action on an objective.
I'm liking it, good sir. I'm liking it. So you will now go up to 25 points.
Ooh.
You gain a CP.
Ooh.
Yes. Michael,
Yes.
you're up to 16.
16.
Respectable.
Okay. And Jake gets a CP. Cool.
Right.
On to turn 2
For Muscle Beach.
for Muscle Beach.
For Muscle
I'm going to
Beach.
mute you two. Okay, Nicole.
Well, they did exactly what you said, Steve.
It's like I've played this game before.
It's like you've played it. You might know a thing or two about 40k.
You would hope.
Well,
Yeah.
you can hope.
Yeah.
But yes, Michael did it. He killed 2 units.
Yep. Killed more than what Jake killed in his turn.
So he
Yeah.
killed more than what Jake killed, so he got those points. And on to raising banners in turn 3.
Yeah.
On the right path.
This is going to be interesting. Now, I believe any unit can essentially use this stratagem, heroic intervention, that Michael has. What Jake could have done here, little cheeky tactic, what he could have done, he can only use this stratagem on 1 unit. Now, what Jake could have done was used emergency breakout.
Okay, and what does that do?
Sorry, desperate breakout. He could have basically moved his unit, his bike unit, over the rhino, and then onto that objective into Michael's territory.
Right, so he could have moved his bikes off the centre objective and gone into the left-hand objective.
No. No, I don't think so. I think any time you can use it. Michael's just saying you have to be completely surrounded, but I don't think you do have to be. You can just move over enemy models if they weren't there. So what Jake could have done was use that stratagem, put himself on that objective, and then tacked on another front, because he can only use this, and that's just going to prevent Michael from putting another banner up.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I would have done. Expensive on the CP front, but probably well worth it, again, just to keep those banners down.
So you would have spread 1 unit on to those 2 objectives, the
in the backfield,
top left and the middle.
Yes.
And then on the bottom left objective, you would have used that stratagem.
To put the bikes over, because they were in combat with the rhino.
Yeah.
Used it to drive over the rhino, essentially, do a really cool maneuver,
Yeah.
and then drop onto that.
And would have been in Jake's turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
But Jake, he's got a plan. The man's got a plan, and we're going to see if it
pays off.
If it pays out, yeah. He's got to retrieve a Nachmund again, and he's got to try and do an action on another objective, which he controls, to basically ensure that he can survive for another turn on that objective with that unit that he does it on, and then obviously he'll be fine to, collect some more points there.
And to retrieve Nachmund, you've got to do that in each quarter, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. In each quarter of the table, 6 inches away from any edge.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning. I'm getting those.
You are getting there.
Getting those tips and tricks from the basic training.
Okay, chat, let us know what you're painting. What I'm interested to find out. How many of you as well are looking at picking up a Marine army again? You know, has this balance update got you more invigorated about playing Marines? Let us know, because I cannot wait to play Blood Angels again. And also my Sisters of Battle, I'm looking forward to getting them back on the table.
Have they both had a big update then?
Yeah, so essentially what now happens is, you know how AP works with weapons?
Yep.
If you have power armor, basically the Sisters and also the Space Marines, and all the Chaos Space Marines, if it's AP -1, you just ignore it. If it's minus AP2, it basically becomes AP -1.
Right, so it takes an AP off
Yes.
because of that armor.
Yeah, and then when you're on a
Nice.
3-up save, and you're in cover, all of a sudden you've got a 2+ save, which is pretty good then, especially when you're ignoring that first AP. So it's quite effective, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make some armor for my Drakari to wear.
Unfortunately, they don't get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
What if I put them in armor?
Then you're just kind of using probably
Cheating.
just cheating. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could try it.
Yeah.
Just try it. See if Jake knows. Yeah. So we've got Blurb Herc has said he's using his Scarab Cult Terminators. Matt said, I'm actually looking forward to playing Custodes. I agree, Matt. I think now a lot of people are going to be moving off Custodes. They're actually more exciting to play. They're more than just a one stratagem book. Somebody's painting up 10 Repentia Bloody Rose. Paul Gear said, balance update ruined my orcs. Paul, there will be stuff in that book. We've got to look a little bit deeper than on just on the surface, all right? Okay, here we go.
One.
Oh, I'm muted you now. You can talk.
On Jake's adventure to go get some tan. So if we go to the top down, I'll just quickly explain what I've done. So obviously, Aberrants got out of the truck. They've ran. So obviously, I can do the spell on them so they can still charge after running.
Better not fail it.
Better not fail it, otherwise I'll cry. And so obviously they're ready to go. I've ran this unit of Genestealers, spent 1 CP, so they auto-advance 6, ready to sort of help the Aberrants on their adventures to go get some tan. The bikes retreated slightly now. Obviously there was a big topic about, do I Desperate Breakout, do I not? The reason I didn't is because otherwise Michael spends 1 CP and heroics me on that objective and just kills me off anyway. And that is purely the reason. So obviously I don't obviously there's a 1 CP, but 1 CP BC collector, I don't want that.
Will it be 2 CP for you, Desperate Breakout?
Oh, 2 CP.
It was more if you attack on all 3 objectives, he can only do it on 1.
Oh.
So you'd have to triple threat in order for it to be effective.
So obviously there's that, but I can't triple threat. I've not got enough to do it right now because there is a big blob in my way. I've brought a unit down on Michael's right hand side so they can do an R&D. I brought a unit of 5 acolytes down on here so they could do the action on this objective for me. And then, yeah, really, that's it. Obviously the truck, so you may see the gap is quite small. Now, that is not the Goliath truck model. We're being nice
I'm a nice guy.
Being nice to myself, our Goliath truck model is obviously expertly painted. I thought it was so expertly painted, in fact, that we're not using it.
It's only dense anyway, so you could technically drive over it, so it's fine.
Oh, but either way, it's obviously a fat tank. So
the intent is always to make sure between all of our pieces of terrain, you can always move a night base, so you're going to be fine, mate.
Oh, either way. But yeah, my truck's very well painted.
Now, did you say you scored some, have you Nachmund this turn?
I've Nachmunded, so I've Nachmunded now on this side.
That's very nice.
Unit of 5 there has come in behind that dents or whatever it is there, just so then if Michael then has, he's forcing him to have to go over there or shoot them or something. So yeah, right, we're going to go into some psychic because we've actually got some powers now. So first power is run and charge. So
this is the one you want off.
And it goes off on a 7. So excellent. I've got that one from Gene. I'm also going to try and cast onto them 6's auto wound. 6's to hit auto wound. That is the Twisted Helix power. That goes off as well. So the Aberrants have 6's to hit auto wound, and she also has the run and charge. The Magus now. So the Magus is going to try and cast the mass hypnosis on the big unit of Plague Marines.
Okay, and the range?
20 on 18. So
you don't need to see me?
I don't need to see any.
It's this big unit.
Yeah. Oh, I thought no, that's fine then. Yeah. So I've only got range that unit. So instead, I'm just going to try and do some more wounds to you.
Yeah, you may as well.
So you're going to start with smite, which fails. Cool. And then I've got a familiar. No, Gene has the familiar. And then I'm going to mental onslaught. So I get +1 to cast this. That's
you
off.
do 3 powers?
I've only done 2 because obviously I didn't do. Yeah. So Patriarch did 2. Okay. Magus done 2.
Right. Cool.
So mental onslaught goes off. So how it works? I roll 4 dice. Every 5+ is a mortal wound. If I kill a model, I do it again, but with 1 less dice.
Oh, and you don't have to see.
Oh, no, the Magus.
This is the Magus.
Yeah, that's
right,
the Magus.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I've only done 1 mortal wound. Cool. So it's not going to do any more.
Wicked.
So this unit takes a mortal wound, and then that's that. Onto the shooting phase. I'm going to have a think. So auto cannon from our friend the Goliath truck is going to go into those Plague Marines. Obviously, it's going to be damage 1 as well, so it's not going to be very good, but we're going to give it a go. So 2 hits, no wounds, that's all right. Kellamorph now. So Kellamorph is going to shoot, it's just going to shoot that Plague Marine unit in front. Okay. I'm half tempted just to use the pistols, because obviously it could do mortal wounds on the 6's.
Yeah, true.
And it's -2. Obviously, you'll make it the -1. The alternative is the relic. For every 1 it gets through, will kill 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll go for the relic pistol. Why not?
Okay.
I've talked myself into it. So
it is -1 to hit though.
It is. So freeze to hit because obviously he moved.
Yeah.
I then get to do three more shots. So 6 hits. 3's to wound. That is sad.
3.
3, yeah.
AP 3.
AP 3, so down to
2.
AP 2, yeah.
5s. I make 1. 2 guys die.
2 dead friends.
And
another one.
we'll kill
That one.
this one.
Cool. Rightio. So, let's go into some charges.
What's the triple helix stratagem, mate?
So triple helix strat is one CP. I pick a unit of aberrants, has to be aberrants. They gain an extra attack, but they go down to damage 1. If they kill any models, I get basically minus leadership. In this matchup, it's not very good, only because the aberrants are flat 3. So obviously into the Plague Marines, they're flat 2.
All right, I thought they were damage 2. So
No,
actually, that's interesting.
No, they're
Okay,
damage
cool.
3.
Like it, mate. Like
You
it.
thought you think it's interesting. So yeah. So what we're going to start with is aberrants. We're going to charge both the small unit and the big unit.
Oh, risky.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
know.
need to get in here?
So I am going to need a 5 because it's 5.5 to that one there.
It's not worth overwatching.
No
Overwatching then.
I'm in on a 7. So what I'm going to do, I don't have the special improvised weapon. They all just have the heavy thunder hammers, or whatever they call them, the mining hammers. Something thematic like that.
So you're skirting around this way.
Yeah. So blang, blang, blang. I like these. Oh, sorry. Kellamorph after he's shocked does get to move. So I'm just going to pop him
Stand
back
over
there.
there. Yeah, cool.
Cool. And then the Genestealers are just going to go into the big unit. So just this unit here.
Just that unit, okay.
So they are in on a 5. So that one will get there. I don't know how many of the rest of them, but obviously I want to stay outside 3. Is that a unit as well, or is this the same unit?
That's the same 1 10-man unit there.
Okay, so I'm just going to put a dice there. That's the heroic.
Okay.
So as long as I'm behind that dice, so I can fit M2, and then basically everybody else just sort of funnels in.
Very good.
Right. Rightio.
So, Jake, is your intent then with that unit to pile in onto the objective?
Yeah.
Nice.
So then stop
it's called the whip. We call it a VT on the academy, the whip,
Yeah.
where you whip your unit in using coherency to get it in place where it wants to be. Love it. Okay, awesome. And then is that truck going in as well? That charge?
Yeah. So that truck's just going to go to the Plague Marines.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not? There we go. 6,
That'll
and
do.
they're going to go claim on his insurance and
Just
smash
spoilers.
into them.
Yeah,
there we
brilliant.
go. Right, and purely for that reason is so then he's on that objective, and obviously then it also means that if Michael does want to, he can spend the CP. I think.
I've left myself out, unfortunately.
Yeah. So what it means is there's no banners potentially, or there's no banners on this objective next go. There's no banners on that objective, and there's a potential no banners on this. Obviously, if
How
things go wrong.
rude.
I know.
How incredibly rude.
These are some good tactics there, JK.
And incredibly handsome, right? So what we're going to do,
The boy is so muscular.
we're going to start with the aberrants because I have waited so long to use this unit. So here we go. So we're going to pile in. There
I
we go.
can't wait to see what this unit
So
can
3
do.
of them can fight the big unit,
Okay.
including the sergeant,
Yep.
who has his elephant man head. And then we've got 7 more who will fight onto the smaller unit.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to do the bigger unit first because it's cool. So they have an extra attack from the Our Time Is Nigh. I have to get the book because I'm so excited.
2 each base, I believe.
They have 2 each base, so 3 attacks each, 4 for the sergeant.
Okay.
I'm hitting on 3s.
And this is into the bigger unit.
This is into the bigger unit.
And any
Right.
strats you can play to buff this up?
Sadly not. Well, the only strat that would buff this up would actually nerf it. So, but I do have 6s to hit automatically wound, which is obviously really useful. So here we go.
Come on
So,
then, JK.
3s to hit. Oh god. So 2 automatic wounds,
Nice.
which is obviously very useful.
Very nice.
And then I'm strength 8 with this.
So
Strength 9 because I've got twisted helix.
Still 3s.
So 3s. So that is in total 6 at -2 flat 3 damage. So obviously you're going to be -1 AP
It's only -1.
and -1 damage. So -1, but 2 damage each. It's very important.
Cool.
And
Well.
2 damage like that.
Here we go. So it's -1.
That's
You're
4.
killing 1 with each.
Muscle Beach. Muscle Beach. Muscle Beach.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll lose 4.
Okay. And then
4 is okay.
What?
4 is okay.
That's fine. That's
fine.
That's
4 is
fine.
okay.
I also really want to run. There's a guy at Bristol GT taking 30 aberrants and an abomination, and that man is my personal hero.
An abomination, yeah?
Yeah, that is like the trainer. Have you ever watched Longest Yard?
I have.
So
Many
he's
a
Adam
times.
Sandler,
Yeah.
and everybody, all of them are like all the WWE wrestlers that then go play American football.
You've got Terry Crews with his hamburger.
Yeah,
You want a
Terry
cheeseburger.
Crews, Kevin Nash, Goldberg. A lot.
Got to get them cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Terry, love yogurt.
Right. So that's them lot. I've got 7 more that are going to go to the small unit. Would you like me to roll it?
Just pick them up.
Yeah, I'll pick them up.
Yeah. Muscle Beach.
Oh, that was a pretty good roll, but they're probably dead.
Yeah, I've got 21 attacks, I think, with it. So, yeah, Muscle Beach has conquered Puny
Right.
Island. Okay, so
Not going to surprise you,
I'm just going to pile in. Right, so
but I'm going to intervene.
of course. Right, there we go.
So 2 CP. There's going to be a few CP spent here.
Yeah, that's fine.
So 2 command points to interrupt,
Yeah.
and we're going to pile in. We should get all of these in. So half an inch.
My into Genestealers.
See if we can stretch that a little. There we go.
I was just add like lightning fast. That'd be cool. Don't have that.
And then, you've consolidated, have you?
Yeah, I've already
cool.
consolidated. Yeah.
So yeah, they'll all
I
fight.
didn't have enough to be able to get any of them in game.
So again, 6 of mortal wounds.
Yep.
Still on those guys. I'll spend 1 more CP for an extra attack because we're using our plague knives.
Trench Warriors or whatever it's called.
And we are within the Lord of Contagions.
So you're
range.
re-rolling
So
all
re-rolling
wounds.
ones.
Ooh. So re-rolling
So-
ones to hit, re-rolling all wounds.
Yes, and we're 6, but the champion is in now.
You'll be happy to know that you can't wound me on a 2 in Twisted Helix. That's the other thing it does. If it doesn't do enough already, it also does that. So, like, Colt really needed it, obviously. Very good army. Here we go.
Here we go.
Knife.
3s. That's a pretty good roll.
That was very good.
That is a pretty good roll.
Oh, very
so
good.
We're going to re-roll the 1s.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so this is 3s to wound,
Okay.
because you're toughness 3 now.
I am toughness 3.
It's a plague weapon, and we're within Arch Contaminator range, so
Yeah.
we're rolling wounds. Okay.
And there's
So
I
there's
spy
a fair few.
a few 6s.
So there's 3 mortals. I'm debating re-rolling everything else just to get mortals, because I know
Yeah.
you've got a 4 up invite.
Yeah.
Um,
And they're very handsome.
I'm not going to do it though, because
Yeah.
I need the 3s. So there is 4 mortal wounds.
Okay, so we know 4 are dead. Okay.
4 are dead, and then we've got
That many.
15 saves.
Oh god. Oh no. Right. 4 pluses. Here we go.
It's a good effort, but I think they're dead.
To the man.
To the man.
Or the stealer.
Ooh,
Sorry,
is that
Dean.
worth a CP?
Maybe, well, I don't know if they're gonna. Oh, yeah, for grind maybe. Just to. Well,
Well-
they're gonna be kept in combat though anyway.
You'd have to probably spend 2 CP again at the end of the turn, but then that only denies a banner going up this turn. So it's whether 3 CP is worth
Muscle
it to
Beach
deny me a
doesn't need
banner.
to know about how many CPs
You'll
things
just roll
cost.
a 1.
I'm gonna re-roll it. So, whoop. Yay! So what I'm going to do, very tactically and handsomely, is I am going to take all these, keep the 1 back here,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As
Outside
far-
of 3.
outside of
Well,
3.
4
or
technically,
4, yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many dead. There we go. Jean's children. Oh no. And then.
So what did Jake do there?
So he spent a CP so he could re-roll and keep one of his Genestealers
Obviously.
alive.
So
That
was
would
that
have to go
on
towards
combat
them, wouldn't it?
attrition?
Oh, you got a good point.
No, that
Yeah,
was
he's like-
Just for,
just
Has
for
to
an
go
armour
that way.
save.
oh right, okay.
We can
But
go in the
the
middle here.
morale phase is
Yeah.
coming up, so he's also going to have to roll pretty low in order to keep that unit alive.
I should
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So obviously I'll have to get into that one.
You'll have to go to that guy now.
Yeah, that's all right. Not a problem. Right. So then, little Genestealer's then going to go. Whoa. I don't know. Right.
Now, Jake, if you move him to a place where he's equidistant between 2 models,
Yeah.
you could
Should we-
then
Go to top down to try and.
go to top down. Let
Yeah.
me explain how this works. Right, move
Good
him
coaching
so
moment.
he's closer to that model that he's currently closer to, but closer to that guy in the middle. There, right, lovely.
Right.
Now, what you'll be able to do is hopefully pile in a minute in your consolidation after he's fought, ending closer to that guy, but I don't know if it's going to be quite possible.
I don't think it's possible.
We got closer, but not close enough to that objective.
The dream's alive. We
So
may have to let him die.
I'm happy if you'd have the CP back.
Now he wants to fight.
It was always my intention
Now he wants to fight.
to do this, which obviously would prevent
Michael,
piling onto the objective.
you're a very
So I
sportsmanlike
don't mind.
gentleman. But this, you have just killed his fake tan brethren. He's going to absolutely clock you. Right, here we go. And then I'll just kill him. Freeze. Oh, 2's even. Very good. And then, because you didn't cast -1 to him. 4's, because I'm Twisted Helix and I'm +1 strength. So 3 wounds, -3.
-3. Oh,
So
this
-2.
This guy kills one of us.
I'll let you have him back. I'll let you have him back. It's fine. I'll let you have him back. I'll let you have him back. Right. And then, right, so he's obviously gone, you killed my friend. And then bang. Right, so
Okay.
I'm now going to roll this dice. I'm going to roll a 1. And then peace and equilibrium will
his
be
morale,
brought
yeah?
to this world.
Oh, he's
I've
only
got a
him
morale
done
as
it.
well.
You have a morale?
So I've got to roll a 1.
Yes. Let's just
I'm
double
probably
check.
okay.
Yeah, you don't have any minuses to it. Oh, it's 1s all round. Oprah Winfrey's giving out 1s
Morale
today.
what?
Morale what? Right, so...
Okay, there is a little bit of fighting as well. I've got to hit your truck. I may as well just take some wounds off it.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
other
yeah.
than that, that is it for your
That's
turn.
all the important bits. Do you want to? We'll go through quickly, obviously, what I'll score. So I will score Stranglehold because you've got no objective secured models on the middle now. I will get R&D, obviously, for the second quarter, and no prisoners. I think we're just going to figure that one out at the end
we'll
now
figure
because it's
that
going to be a
out
lot
at the
easier. So, and obviously I've start my action here.
Cool. Okay.
Very good, very nice.
All right. Well, you can mute us. We'll resolve the attacks on the truck. I'm not going to kill it. I'll do a few wounds. And then we'll come back.
Okay, so a few little questions here. So I've got a question here, Nicole.
Yes.
And the question is, Stee, you said.
I'm guessing that's you.
Yeah,
You Steve?
I don't know how I feel about that, being called Stee.
Steve?
Not sure I like it.
I don't think it suits you.
No, I don't
Stee.
even really like Steve, if I'm honest.
No.
Just like my name, Stephen.
Oh,
Yeah.
I call you Steve quite a bit.
Yeah, no, well, now we're talking about it. Anyway,
Okay.
people know now. What are your thoughts on the indirect nerfs on indirect fire? As a Death Guard player now, I've been thinking about you'll be -0 AEP with a Blade Burst Mortar against indirect Marines. I think, look, indirect has absolutely plagued, no pun intended, the game for far too long. So I'm really happy to see the fact that there are, some real detriments to being indirect. What you've got to think of it as now is when you can shoot indirectly, you're still going to get maximum efficiency when you can see a unit, just like any other target in the game. But when you actually have no targets because everything's hidden, then the tank can still do something. It's doing something rather than nothing. So think of it like that, rather than, oh, my tank's just been massively nerfed, I can't see anything, they're getting a good armor save. It could be a unit of Cabalites on an objective. You can still use chip damage to kill stuff like that. But you're going to still keep people honest in transports rather than just, being obliterated no matter how much terrain's used on the table. So I actually think it's much more positive for the game. The general health of it is going to be improved because of it. So I think it's a really, really good step in the right direction. So think of it like that. Gaining efficiency when you can't see rather than just, I'm going to sit out a line of sight and shoot you to death.
So what has actually changed about indirect?
So before, Nicole, you could shoot with some vehicles indirectly or some units without needing line of sight. And there was zero, detriment to that at all. You couldn't even see what
So
you were
it's just
shooting.
full power weapon.
Yep,
You can sit in it, tucked into a nice ruin, and
Yep.
just shoot away.
absolutely. So now you take -1 ballistic skill
Okay, I think that makes sense.
because it's going to be harder to hit them because you can't even see them.
Yeah, I mean, if I close my eyes
Yep,
and I
It all goes
shot an
dark.
arrow at a target,
yep,
the likelihood of me getting
Slim.
that target as it's
exactly.
gone down.
Yeah. What you also gain is +1 save. And it
Okay.
probably represents the fact that, there's going to be stuff this mortar may have hit in the passing, or maybe, as it sort of, enters the atmosphere. It's, I don't know, it just, especially if you're in terrain as well, it's going to hit the ceiling above you, and then you might it just kind of it's going to be some sort of effects going on in the battle, right?
Yeah. It's not a targeted shot, it's just shots everywhere, basically. So
Yeah.
how do you know it's going to hit?
Absolutely. Whereas if you've got line of sight, you can just hit with full efficiency still.
Yep.
Okay?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think it's a great change for the game. Great to see so many people here live watching. It's fantastic to see you all and hear you all. Keep your comments in. Sam Hill's talking about the fact that there was no crossfire markers. Maybe a fight last would have changed the game there. We're talking a point, really. We are really talking a point. Jake was quite unlucky, really, in that instance with that sort of pile-in and consolidation. Now, obviously, we talk a lot about this stuff as we go because this is a streamed game, all right? We want to help educate you as best as we possibly can so you can, make these really cool plays. But doing so sometimes does give the game away as to what, people might be planning. So that is always something to bear in mind with our battle reports. We're very open tactically about what we're doing, whereas in a game you might not say, I'm going to, it's my intent to consolidate here, there and everywhere. So if you move a model there, it stops me doing that. It's kind of, you don't need to give your game away. So that's where sportsmanship, there's a difference between trying to, blatantly mislead your opponent versus, you don't have to just tell your opponent what you're going to do and tactically what you're going to play.
Yeah, it's more exciting as well if you keep some things close to your chest.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So Alice has said that's a great way of looking at it. I'll change my mindset on that. Cheers, Steve. No problem at all. Steve, he's called me Steve there. That's better than Steve.
Yeah.
It's definitely an improvement.
A couple more letters on there.
Yeah.
Maybe he's slowly just adding to it. And
building himself up.
Yeah.
Love it. I absolutely love it. No, Lavara said it's a bombardment. Best guest. Hit with all you got and hope you hit. Absolutely. Carl Grundy said my smart missile systems are now dumb missiles. Yeah, maybe they're not so smart anymore.
Well, maybe they're averagely
intelligent. Yeah, maybe average. Yeah, let's go with that, Kyle. Averagely intelligent missiles, all right? But also agrees that it's great for the game. Any other guys, I'm interested to know, any of the updates that happened, were you shocked by? Were you impressed? Were you happy? Overall, I think generally everything that was changed for the better. Custodes, they certainly took a bit of a hit, Custodes. They lost a fair few of their core, I would say, mechanics as they are at the moment. But I'm sure some fantastic Custode players will find ways to still make that book work really well.
Yeah, I mean, the last stream was the first time that I've seen Custodes play. Obviously, that was before the data slate.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see Chris play them again.
Yeah.
With the new data slate.
So I don't know if you remember, he kept using the stratagem where he was turning off my rerolls.
Right.
He can only do that once per game now.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, that's very powerful strategy to have if you could do that all the time.
Yes. I know, it's
so
crazy, right? How good that is.
I think it's like play the game how you want to be played against.
Yeah.
It's great for you as the player to be able to turn off everyone else's rerolls. But imagine if that was the other way around and you were playing it and you weren't getting any of your rerolls. It's quite frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely. We've also got here, Alice has said, his mate goes by Steve, so it's a habit. No problem at all, mate. We're only messing. Okay, the guys are giving us a thumbs up. Remember, if you have a question, super chat us in. It's a great way to support the channel as well. It really helps us a lot when you do send those super chats in, okay? Okay, over to the table. I better unmute them now.
So, we moved.
You've
I
moved.
got an extra CP from the Tallyman because he's doing the accounts for Papa Nurgle.
For Vanguard tactics.
Before we move on, points scored, Michael?
So I would have scored 8 primary.
Yep, because you held two objectives.
Yep. Didn't do the action or anything because you just put your people on it and stuff.
My people.
Okay.
And Jake, what did you score at the end of your turn, mate?
I got 3 points Stranglehold, 4 points for R&D because I did it twice, and then we're going to do no prisoners at the end now because I'm getting confused.
Right, we're doing no prisoners at the end, so I'm actually going to remove a point off you for now. No prisoners, okay? And then we're going to come back to that, okay?
Always hitting the little man.
So, Jakey, mate, you're on 31.
Okay.
And then Michael, you're on 24.
Okay.
Okay. And CPs, people, what? Death Guard, I've got you on 7.
Finished my turn yet?
I've got you on 7.
7. So I just gained 2 this turn.
You gained 2, not 1.
2, not 1. Yeah.
And Jake, you're on 7, mate. Okay.
I am.
All right then, Michael, over to you.
Yeah, cool. So we've raised a banner with the Tallyman. He doesn't have any aura abilities, so he can do whatever he wants.
He's done his thing.
Then the Biologist Putrefier is going to do the mission action because there's nobody on the objective.
Yep.
So he's got to survive to the next command
Double
phase.
whammy. Get
And
that
he's just
banner
a
up.
character, so he should really live, realistically. Okay, other than that, we've fallen back with the Plague Marine unit that survived the onslaught last turn.
Yeah.
We've fallen back with the Plague Marine unit that was next to the truck. I'm using them to just sort of move block the next wave of aberrants because they're pretty scary.
Of the tan givers.
The
or
Rhinos
takers.
moved into the middle again to hopefully move block a bunch of stuff.
Yep. And obviously got that big unit inside as well.
And we've got a big 10-man Plague Marine unit inside as well.
This is very scary.
Which is pretty scary.
Some would say very.
Some would say very.
I am that one.
And we're eyeing up these aberrants, hopefully get rid of them this turn, despite how nasty they are. The Tallyman's given a Death Shroud unit +1 hit in combat.
Ooh. So
yeah, Psychic.
Psychic, right. Magus with the orb ready to be like, no. So let's go.
So we're going to cast Curse of the Leper
Yep.
on the aberrants.
You faint.
I failed.
No.
I've got 9 CP. I don't really want to spend them on it.
Now bear in mind, obviously I have a 5 at Feel No Pain.
But all the damage is good.
No, I am aware. However.
It saves me some
No.
later issues.
Aye.
We're going to CP it. Why not?
Zohan.
I've got 9 CP.
Yep.
Tallyman's been good with his accounts.
He has been good with his
So
accounts.
we've got more CP.
And he's like, oh, no tax evasion for you.
So that is an 8.
Right, I'm going to give it a go. No.
No, so Pestilence will fall out, we'll kill the Genestealer.
Yes, it will. Oh, no.
And then we've got to roll for this. So we need to roll higher than your toughness, which is now 4.
Yep.
2 more wounds.
So 2 more wounds. Obviously, I do get a 5+ damage prevention roll. I did fail both of them, so that is going to put a wound onto one of them. I don't.
Excellent. I'm just going to double check it's not equal to
Beach. Muscle Beach.
exceeds. Cool. Okay.
What else
Let's
you gonna
do some shooting.
No more powers.
He can. Oh, of course, he's got 2. Hasn't
He's
he?
got 2
I did
powers.
forget because I re-rolled one, didn't I?
No, that's right.
We've got Miasma of Pestilence, which I think
Miasma.
I'm going to attempt to put on these Death Shroud in the middle here.
You faint.
That is a 9.
Well, this is a 10. That's a 5.
Okay, so the Aberrant's take a mortal wound if you want to make a save against that.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. 5 up. No, so
so
does
kill
kill one
And
of the Muscle Beach people.
The Death Shroud are -1 to hit. Okay, let's shoot now.
30 points.
We're going to
of
shoot
bubble.
now. There's quite a bit of shooting here,
Okay,
and obviously it's all going into these Aberrants.
well, I'm ready to take it.
All right.
Right. You decide what you're declaring and stuff. I'm going to check
Okay.
a strat.
Okay, cool.
It's for the aberrants. I don't know if it costs 1 or 2 for their transhuman physiology, their equivalent of transhuman.
Okay. I'll be honest, I'm not going to be winning on things better than a 4, probably.
I'm more checking for the future, but yeah, that's fine.
So we'll start off with the Blight Lord Terminators.
Yeah.
We're going to fire at them.
It is going to cost me 2 CP potentially.
I will spend 1 more CP here to make them plague weapons,
Ooh.
just to get that reroll wounds.
Yeah.
So you're down to 7 now, you spent 1 this turn?
I've spent
Spent
2
2.
this turn, so down to 7, yes.
Yeah.
Down to 6 then.
I gained 2 at the start of the turn, yeah?
Yeah, you went up to 8, now you're down to 6.
That doesn't sound right to me.
It is,
That's
I've been
fine.
keeping the math.
Okay.
That's right. And I've got mine on some dice.
Yeah.
Just so I am aware. Toughness was 5, now
Now 4.
4. Okay.
And I'm within 12 with the plague weapon, so I reroll wounds. There you go, Jake.
Stop.
Your tan cannot protect you from my lack of deodorant.
Tan can protect from everything, can't it, Steve?
Absolutely, mate.
Hang on. What is their
I
save?
must say, Jake has won me over with all this tan talk. I find myself,
5
even
up,
though
sorry,
I
5 up,
wanted
5 up,
Death
'cause you're
Guard,
not
I found
OP.
myself rooting for the
No, OP.
Genestealers.
The tan game strong.
Well, that was dreadful. Maybe Nicole spoke too soon because this tan is not helping at the moment. That tan didn't really help. So that will kill 1, 2, and put 1 aberrant on a wound. So 2. And I'm going to put that 1 on a wound there.
Cool.
Tan.
We've got a desiccation orb.
Okay.
From the
If you
Lord of
better keep
Contagion.
that to yourself. So,
3d3 shots.
what is it?
It's an orb of desiccation, mate.
Basically a stink bomb.
Basically a stink bomb, yeah. Oh, sorry, it's 6-inch range, so he's not actually in range.
Oh.
He's a bit too far back.
Oh, that's fine.
Silly
Billy. So obviously, because these Plague Marines retreated, and those Plague Marines retreated, I managed to scupper some of your shooting there,
So the
Michael.
Terminators are all going to shoot those 2 bikes.
What?
Yes, that's what's happening right now.
That's
We're shooting them bikes.
not allowed.
Getting rid of them.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out. Get out.
No rerolls for these guys. And it is -1 to hit you, because you are bikes.
I'm a BC Kletter.
But you are within contagion range of the Rhino, which gets it.
Ooh. The Rhino gets
Rhino
it.
is pretty stinky.
Very cool.
So 2 wounds.
Four wounds. 4 plus because no AP, is it?
No AP.
But there is 1 BC Kletter on a wound.
1 Beast
And now he has gone to the chop shop in the sky. Very sad.
Right, so we have now the Plague Spurt gauntlets on the Death Shroud. I'm going to do them all at the same time, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Just
And this is 4d6, so 8d6
okay.
auto-hitting pistol shots.
Go for it. Go for it. I can take it.
It's not a huge amount. You're all right. You're all right. So that's 10. That's 10. 27. I'll just do
27.
We'll just do 10. 10 and 7. So the first slot. Oh wow.
So obviously you're gonna need 5s to wound me.
Yep. So strength 3.
yeah.
Rerolling wounds.
So that is 8 wounds.
So 8 so far.
So obviously I'll keep track with my numbers. So 8.
Rerolling wounds.
Luckily not as good this time, but you do have that reroll.
Plus 3, so 11.
So 11. 11.
And then we'll drop 3.
11. Another 2, so that's going to take you to 13. 13.
Just 13. Not bad.
Coolio.
There's no AP on this.
Coolio Iglesias. Right. 12, 13, so 5 plus 5 plus. The t-shirt stops free.
Well, our spit is just too...
The tan below stops another 3. So one's obviously on a wound, so that's going to kill 3 in total,
Yeah.
which is very sad and, more importantly, not very handsome. Okay, and these muscle beaches, it makes me sad because they're like 30 points a model, Michael. All they have is their tan, their good looks, and their charm. And their flat 3 damage from numbers.
The Rhino is going to shoot the
Sometimes
bike.
that's all you need, Joe.
What, tan and charm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it never
Well,
works
it
for
got
me.
Steve this far, didn't it?
2 wounds.
Look at it, Steve. They named an army after you. 5 up. Was that on them?
That's on the bikes.
Oh, so no
you're
minus,
fine.
so I'm actually okay.
You're fine.
Very good. Nicole, that was a 10 out of 10 joke there. Don't look at me like it's not true.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
Plasma pistol
You got to
from
work with what
Belgai.
you've got, mate.
Yeah.
Misses.
Why do you think he kept me around so long? The moneymaker.
I think that's basically it.
You think or you know?
I'll fire a pistol from the
Okay.
Blade-caster. That does hit.
Pew.
That will wound.
T-shirt. No tan
Yes.
needed then.
It might be a plasma pistol, but that would have done the film of pain, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
So bang. Tan was probably needed then. So
I think that's all the shooting that I can actually do.
come at me.
So I'm going to charge you now.
Okay. I can take it.
And what we're going to do
I don't need it.
is we're going to charge
I don't need it.
these 3 Death Shroud
The blokes.
are going to charge here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know whether I'll ignore that. That never happened.
Well, it was a 9.
I rolled-
Well, first off, he didn't
I
roll in the
rolled
box.
3 dice off
and
the
he,
box.
He didn't roll in the box and he rolled 3 dice, so he just cheated completely.
Just basically cheated, guys. Yeah, so 8, 9.
And our
rather.
motto here is it's not cheating if you don't get caught.
And they'll go in.
He's just to put in context, Steve just went, yeah, so.
The Rhino's going to charge your biker.
Why?
That'll do it.
Have you not heard what happens in the small claims court with
And
when
he'll
a
he'll
tank
base
hits
you,
a,
obviously. He's going
hits
to
a
base
bike? You fool.
So you are based.
Buttery biscuit or just
So.
normal?
The Terminators, the Blight Lords into the truck.
Not my truck. That's why they keep all their tan. No.
And then just get all of them in. That should be fine.
This is horrible.
Then we'll take the these Death Shroud will go into the Aberrants as well.
Just ganging up on them, are you?
I am ganging up on them.
That's horrible. Look how muscular they are.
So we'll go...
And most importantly, handsome.
Just within an inch of the far side one.
The far side one?
The far side.
Kyle just like falls through the ceiling.
Okay.
Right.
I'm obviously going to fight with a Death Shroud unit first.
Obviously, I'm going to spend 1 command point to put more tan on, so you can only win me on a 4.
Cool.
So
sounds good.
This army's well fun when you just sort of think up a narrative for it. I personally was just like, Ben kept telling me to run 30 Genestealers. I really like Aberrants. Smash them all together, you get Muscle Beach. So
I'm going to base the 3 at the back.
Yeah.
And this is a little tactic, a little combat tactic. If you want to go to overhead, I'll discuss this. So this is
don't do those
a
here.
Steven special.
No, we don't do this here.
So these 2 Terminators have based the front 3.
Okay.
Okay, and this other squad's 1 model's within an inch of
Right.
this guy.
What are you trying to tell me?
So I'm trying to tell you that
He's copying my tactics.
I'm copying Steve's tactics.
Right. I have his army, you have his tactics.
Yeah.
You might as well be here.
So basically it means that you're not going to get enough guys to hit the Death Shroud if you interrupt, basically.
Okay. That's fine. I want to hit them anyway.
Cool.
I'm going to be like, you're not my friend. Bang.
So,
and then I'm going to steal their plague spewers and put them on the Aberrant so then they can fire Patan at people. So, you're loving this.
Yeah.
right.
Load that up with a bit of Protan, number 20, and you're good to go.
From boots?
So we're going
Is
to
it not from boots?
scythe you down.
Okay.
Can't get the good stuff from boots.
So we're going to basically double our attacks.
Blasphemy. Okay.
Get some dice, please, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
How do you lose a dice? You forget to cherish it.
So this is just the first 2.
Right.
We are hitting on 2s here.
2?
Yep, so they got 4 base, and they can do a sweep attack for ×2. So this is 16 attacks.
That's right, 2.
So our heavy strikes damage 2,
Yeah.
-1 strength, so there's no
He's
point.
not heavy, he's my brother strikes. And then you got sweep. Sweep!
And we're re-rolling the 1s, we're not in the...
And you're
all the
only wounding
contagions
me
range.
on 4s.
So that's that. It's AP 1,
Okay, so 6 ups.
and it's 1 damage.
So 6 up, 5 ups. Very good.
Cool.
Very
Oh.
good.
Okay.
So 1 dice, I'm
One
going to take
dice.
that one, so then your whole tactic thing was
Cool.
relevant. So, blang!
All right. Would you like to interrupt?
I sort of do, just to try and get a trade off. Okay. So I'm going to spend TCP. I just want to hit them. I
Fair
really
enough.
enjoy using these models. Right. 9 attacks, get 3 each. 3 stickers, they're not -1 to hit, are they? 3s to hit, 6s to hit automatically.
Oh, they are -1 to hit, because I cast.
4s to
What's it on, didn't I?
hit.
Yes.
6s do an auto wound, so that is 1 automatic wound already.
Cool.
Strength 9, so that is 4 wounds. -2 down to -1. Flat 3 damage, down to flat 2 damage.
Cool. So 3s, 2 do go through, would kill 1. I'm going to spend a CP.
Oh. Oh.
So I take 2 damage. So a Terminator takes 2 wounds.
Jake is sad.
Jake.
Jake has not got
He's sad.
Muscle Beach vibes.
Okay. Cool.
What are you all giggling at? I see Nicole going, hee hee hee.
Our chat friend is back.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Someone who is very excited.
obviously, if you want to go see Muscle Beach, don't go there. Come stay here. There's a Muscle Beach over there that's probably a hell of a lot different. So- do you know what to do? Are you using the tan?
Cool.
Yeah, I think I've done it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're a fan, but please. You come every week.
At least super chat.
The new Robert Welsh, it seems, who's here every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, go team. So, right, Michael. What are you going to do to
Are
me?
you ready for round 2?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, this time is better.
Me on a Saturday night. Are you ready for round 2?
So re-rolling
Yeah.
1s to hit,
Okay.
6s to win mortals.
6 to wound immortals?
Yeah.
Oh, this is ridiculous. No, I had to jump through so many hoops on the first lot, and now he's giving me more to jump through. I'm one man, Steve. I'm one man.
I didn't even roll the 3rd guy from the other unit. Well, if this makes a difference, we'll come back. But these guys have got full rerolls to wound. You're transhuman, aren't you?
Yes. No, I am very tanned. Fake
Okay, well,
tanned.
that, unfortunately, is 7 mortal wounds.
What? Is there not like a normal
1.
limit? Or?
There's no cap on
Okay,
this.
so I'm going to do the mortal wounds first. So I'm not going to take those because they're going to all be dead, sadly. So that's going to be 2 units dead for your grind them down so far. So obviously you're going to get grind anyway this go. Sad to see our muscly friends have left us so early.
Yeah.
Right, so obviously, do you want to... So obviously into the thingy.
I'll resolve that. I'll see if I kill
Now,
this bike.
I am -1 damage on the truck, which is why I'm not just being like, yeah, whatever, Trevor.
Cool, so the rhino missed. And
It's
then...
to be expected.
Yeah, so you're -1 damage.
I am.
We'll see what we can do. Your toughness is
7.
down to 6.
Yes.
Because we're strength 6. So let's roll that out. So
Not
we've
my
got,
truck. He's like,
3
lads,
per
that's where we keep the turn.
3 per Terminator. And then one has a flail, so he doubles to
I think I
6.
need 30 aberrants.
And then...
But what do I
I'll do the
drop?
flail first.
Honestly, what do I drop? I can't drop Genestealers. Ben will kill me.
So you've got 2 saves at -2.
So 5 up. I fail 1, so how much damage is that?
Well, 1 each, because you're -1 damage.
Of course it is. So down to 7.
Yeah. And the rest of the squad.
I think this list really suits you, Jake.
Why?
I just think it does.
Well, because I am it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you have sang no guard, I have very muscly, very handsome. Have you ever watched Malcolm in the Middle? When Hank has to train a bunch of bodybuilders how to do basic things like math, and then there's a big scene where they're all just running down a road. It's insanely muscly men.
I had to teach some math this week to Kyle, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
In our group team chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 7. Right.
It's
Oh,
all
that
in.
was them. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
so win on 4.
I only wanted to take half of them.
How many wounds do you have?
I had 7. And how much might? Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
I'm going to spend 1 CP to automatically explode.
Yeah, fair enough.
So the tan has obviously had a bad reaction to the pus, and I'm going to automatically explode. Stephen's favourite stratagem.
Favourite.
Onto the Plague Marines, you take 1 mortal
Cool.
wound.
So you kill the guy that we
And
wounded
onto
earlier.
the Terminators, you take 1 mortal wound. Brilliant. That tan was obviously not very effective.
We do like mortal wounds, so...
Yeah.
Do you have anything inside that, Jake?
No.
That's a shame.
I know. Sadly, because the Muscle Beach people got out. It was their bus.
So, Jake, I've got you on now 3 CPs, and
Yep.
Michael, you're on 6.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Right, so
That is my turn.
Yeah.
what did you score then, Michael?
So we get Stranglehold.
Yep.
We've started banners and we've got Grind them down.
Very good.
Got 1 banner up?
1 banner, but we don't get the points for that till next turn.
You got grind?
We've got Grind, yes.
Okay.
Grind,
and,
right.
Jake, how
Yep.
are you scoring on the primary?
So I'm going to get 8 because I hold 2, but I am going to get an additional 3 because I did do that action.
Killing it.
Yeah, I am trying. I am trying.
Okay, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right, now, so that takes the scores to 42 points to Jake.
I don't know why I just stared at you longingly.
And
Get it all the time.
24 to the Death Guard.
24.
Sorry, no. That's what you're on at the minute, you're on 30.
30. Right.
Now remember guys, we just had a super chat, and I would just like to remind people that if you super chat in with a certain amount and you explicitly say it's for Jake's LVO fund, remember that goes in his kitty to get his flights for the LVO next year.
Or my aberrant.
No,
my
LVO, you can't spend on aberrant.
No, as in what I mean. No, I mean as in it's not kitty, it's an aberrant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You put it in the aberrant.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Right.
Now we have got a super chat, so I'm going to mute you guys. We're going to head over to this and get on with your questions. Remember, is that Death Leaper coming in, yeah?
Obviously, Keanu's coming in, yeah.
Cool, he's going to do some work for us, yeah?
He's going to absolutely put in some shifts, mate.
Brilliant. I'm going to mute you guys. Okay, so that's super chat from Lorenzo. A unit deep strikes alongside a jump pack guy. The jump pack guy's hidden inside the unit and charges first. Overwatch negated. If yes, what model would choose for Space Wolf? Chaplain +2 charge or 2 fragile? Thanks. So let me just get this question right. A unit deep strikes alongside a jump pack guy. Okay. The jump pack guy's hidden inside the unit and charges first.
It sounds like the beginning of a riddle.
You're right, but it's okay. You still can shoot characters even if they are charging. So lookout sir doesn't work for characters when you're in Overwatch.
Right.
What you need to do is hide the character first, like behind a ruin or something,
Okay.
and then make sure that they actually, go in. Get the unit in engagement range, and then obviously you wouldn't be able to use the Overwatch because you couldn't see anything.
Right.
Yeah, so you got the unit out in the open, a character behind the terrain feature.
Yeah.
Character charges in. He's out of line of sight, so he's not eligible to be shot.
So he charges from behind the train.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
Yeah, and then therefore the unit cannot Overwatch.
Okay.
All right. Now, otherwise, Lorenzo said, but they cannot see the base. Now, when you draw a line of sight, Lorenzo, you draw a line of sight to any part of the model, not the base, the model. So line of sight is model, not base.
Okay, so part of your model would have to be able to see, and then...
In order to shoot it, yeah. Now, if your opponent uses the Overwatch stratagem on the character, and the character survives, or even if he dies, you've still then obviously taken the Overwatch out of the game. But if you're using a chaplain for +2 charge on the aura, then obviously, yes, you're going to not have your +2 to charge anymore because your character's dead. So you're better off making sure that, and you've got to be really careful, so your base is just over an inch and it's only a 6-inch aura. So what I'd probably do is hide the unit instead. Otherwise, if you charge your character in, you're going to be over 6 inches away from your unit to get the +2 on the charge aura. So just take the Overwatch. Just soak it up. Just on the big unit, put a model in cover with a storm shield, send him in, and then he can just take all the hits. That's how you do it.
What, your character take all the hits?
No, the unit.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you've got to keep the character alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so Death Guard Dave super chatted in with a £10 donation to go in Jake's Aberranth at the LVO. Nice, thank you very much, Death Guard Dave. We're up to now £160 in Jake's kitty.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, we're doing all right, thanks,
Nice.
chat. Yeah,
I like that you call it Jake's kitty.
Jake's kitty, yeah.
So
In his piggy bank.
yeah.
It's £160 at the moment. Mandy gave that a very big boost last week, so I think
Mandy did. Mandy's great.
Mandy's awesome, yeah. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see if what Jake really needs to do here is get another model on that objective to stop that another banner going up.
Yeah. So there's both objectives in Michael's zone. I can't see. Jake hasn't got any models there anymore.
Not at the moment, but the Broodlords
And-
come out for a bit of action. And we've got that big Aberrant unit come out as well.
And he hasn't. And he's got. No, he hasn't got anything in the middle either. Or he does.
No, not at the moment, but those Genestealers looking like they're coming out to play.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
are climbing out. It literally looks like they are crawling out of that terrain there.
Michael, how does your stratagem work for your heroic intervention? Apparently it's worded slightly differently. Chat could be wrong.
Never happened.
Read out.
Yeah, so you can select any number of Mortarians Anvil units within 3 of that enemy unit, and they can intervene. So you could intervene with multiple, but it'd still be in the same place against a single enemy unit.
Can you read out from the start?
Yeah, sure. So use this stratagem in your opponent's charge phase. When an enemy unit finishes a charge move, select any number of Mortarians Anvil units from your army within 3 inches of that enemy unit.
Okay, so if Jake doesn't charge, you can't use that stratagem.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Very interesting.
Keys out
So
to
it's a
play
very
now.
different style of heroic intervention. It's basically you can use it when you charge a unit,
Yeah.
and the other units around that unit
So-
that's just been charged can sort of go in.
Yeah,
So they can
it's
only
like
go
a
into the unit.
protection-
So they can only go into the unit that
protection
they've
bubble.
charged.
Yeah.
Yes. What they can't do is just... So if you just had a model on an objective, you can't just randomly heroically intervene into it.
No, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
That's basically what. That's fine. That's
We're
all.
doing
Cool.
the 3-inch
Yeah.
deep strike. Nice.
Yeah. Now we know that.
Yeah.
Do you want to just make sure I'm all right? Do you
Yeah.
think I could get another one there just to pop me to... I'll put 3
Bit
there.
of a game changer, that. Also, the Randy rubric
probably got one there.
The Randy rubric
So
is super chatted. I'll just mute those guys again. If you could for Jake's LVO fun, thank you very much. I'll round it off at a tenner just to keep it the math easier. It's at 170 at the moment.
Nice.
Also, Steve, any tips for new Quins players? Okay. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think for new Quins players, you really want to take a lot of advantage of the troop units. The other thing I would do is keep your units exactly the same so you get the repetition effect. So all of my lists, when I look at arming my units, are armed with exactly the same style of weapons. You know, I don't really carry any sort of pistols. I just use the normal shurikens. And then the combat weapons, I keep every single unit exactly the same. So every time I roll into combat, I kind of know what I'm doing. And then also plenty of cheat sheets and stratagems for your stratagem usage is going to really, really help you there as well. So that would be definitely my tips there. All unit sizes exactly the same, loaded out in exactly the same way. Keep it very, very simple until you're used to moving your units around in a certain way to get the mechanics of it. And that's exactly what we do on basic training, isn't it, Nicole? When we're looking at units, we're getting the repetition effect in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. There was also a question a little bit earlier on just referring to out of every army that I've played so far, which army am I enjoying the most? And so far I haven't played lots and lots of armies. I've played a bit with Chaos Space Marines. I've played a bit with Drakari. I've played a bit with Eldar. I've played a game.
And Space Marines with the basic training.
Space Marines. And so far, Drakari is still my number one. And not only did they look cool, which is why I originally chose them, but Drazar is just a monster.
What a weapon.
That is to answer that question there. And I think they are ready on the table.
Yeah, nice. Love it.
Right. So, with the revelation of the heroic thing, it's made turn 3 quite an interesting one. So what I've done, if you want to go to the top down, I'll just explain it quick. So, I've deep striked over there with Death Leaper, the Carnary Reason 40k, and my unit of guys. They have decided to do an R&D for me, so obviously that will get me 4 additional points on that, rounding me up to 8.
Cool.
I've then used my lying in wait ability. Now, I think this is one of the key things every Genestealer cult player has to have in their list, because what I've managed to do here is I've come just outside 3. I've popped 3 models on the objective, thus meaning that I now have more objective secured models on. I have more objective secured and models on that objective than Michael, thus meaning I get some points.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or rather, stop me getting points.
Stop you getting
points.
I
guess it's Stranglehold, to be fair.
Yeah. So it's obviously Stranglehold, and then obviously the Genestealers can come in here, and that's when obviously it will be fine. Right, and then Aberrants on that side have moved up. This is sort of just chilling over here. And yeah, really, not much to report, to be honest, on that front. So we're just going to move into my psychic phase. Okay. So we're going to do run and charge on the Aberrants, that fun one. So that is not off, I don't think.
Don't think so. I'm
going to CP it because I believe it is
a familiar.
I do have a familiar, so I'm just going to kick him at the wall. Well, that's quite big, so obviously they now can't charge. So that's very bad. So silly little familiar.
I'm happy for you to not have advanced them.
So are you sure? I don't mind, because obviously it's quite big.
Well, what was your intention by advancing them anyway?
Because I want to get to those Terminators.
So
that's why. Right. So obviously I'm fine with just leaving it, because obviously I took that risk. It's a risk you have to take. Let's see how I can... Because
obviously the Plague Marines are in the way, but you need a really big charge.
Well, what I was going to do is smite them off and Kelemorph them off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so... okay. Yeah, so that's all right. As I said, we're gonna leave it, because it makes it more interesting. I needed a 6, and I rolled a 5 and 4.
No way.
I know, gutted. But it's okay, because we have...
Confidence and clarity at the tabletop?
Tan! So, right, so silly, we don't have that. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast the 6's auto wound on the Genestealers from the Patriarch. That, I think that one actually like weirdly goes off. While we're in the book, we'll check the running charge, but I'm 99%.
And where is the Magus?
He's over. Oh no, that's the Patriarch. He's over.
Patriarch's the Patriarch. Okay.
The Magus doesn't need his line of sight for his whatever it. Where
Jake just failed a power, Nicole on a 6.
Failed a power on a 6.
Yeah, on 2 dice, and then he re-rolled it and
drops
also
the
failed
side
it.
as well.
Gutted. He can't charge with his aberrant unit
visible,
now.
yeah, that's fine.
Spent the CP
He can
for
do
nothing.
No,
mental
he used his
onslaught,
familiar,
so
but
yeah.
either
It's
way,
fine, I don't
it's
really
a
want
fail.
to do it.
That means those
I'm
aberrants are
just trying
not
to
charging
find-
this turn, which is
So could
pretty...
Yeah, it
you
was a
not
6,
have
I was right.
CP'd that?
Okay.
And yeah, visible, and then
Well, he failed it anyway. So
main
you
thing
have
we're
to use
checking
the-
is the-
You can't re-roll a re-roll.
Always win on
Right.
sixes.
So
You
you're
use the
always on
familiar, which
sixes,
kind of works
which
like
is
a
on a
CP
5.
re-roll.
But you can't use a familiar and use
Exactly, yeah.
a CP.
It is a 5, so I've got auto wounds on 6s on the Genestealers. No one else is really in range to do anything, so we're now going to go for some shooting. So, Kelemorph is going to try and shoot off some plane moons. Still going to try it.
He can try.
He can try, and he will because he is Kelemorph. Right, here we go. So, freeze to hit. So 1 miss, but I don't CP it just because I then get.
Yeah.
I then
You
get.
want to kill off that unit.
I'm going to CP it just so then, because obviously this could then turn into another
I haven't
hit.
put your free one down, so I won't change it.
That's right. No, he's failed anyway.
Did you spend a CP on auto advancing the Broodlord?
I did, yeah.
Okay,
So that included that. So I was on 4. Oh no, I should be on 1 now then. So only 1 says. Okay. Oh no, I didn't use a CP to reroll the spell. I used the familiar.
You're on two,
Familiar,
you're on
yes.
two.
You're on 2.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So 3 hits from Kelemorph, 3 wounds from Kelemorph, -3, but obviously -2 because of your armour of contempt.
And I'm in cover.
And you're in cover, so -1, so 4 pluses, but it is flat 3, down to flat 2.
Yeah, we will do the guys in the terrain.
And they love it. Kelemorph then so gutted about that
Armour
he's
of
going to leave.
contempt, guys. Armour of contempt.
Right. I don't have any other shootings. We might as well just go straight into charges.
Okay.
So we're going to go with Patriarch into those Terminators.
Yep.
5. Oh, why is everything going wrong?
Gonna need to re-roll that.
Yeah, that's all right. So we'll re-roll that for a CP. So down to 1 CP.
Okay, good.
A 9. So we're in with that.
In he goes.
Right, Death Leaper. So Death Leaper's rather handsome, like me. So he can re-roll his charges when he comes in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he needs a 9 into the same Terminator unit with a re-roll. He's in as well.
Good man, Death Leaper.
The Keanu Reeves of 40k is coming in hot. Now, I want him to move 11 to this side.
Okay.
Just so then, obviously, like we discussed, so Death Leaper has an ability where if you're within 6 of him, you can't do action. So the idea is that it means if he kills them over there, he can move over there to then stop them doing banners, just in case something goes horrifically wrong.
Yes.
Obviously, I know I've got that unit on there, but it's always good, because obviously if it went horrifically wrong.
Right. You got some Genestealers hiding in a building away
Yes.
from Overwatch.
So now we're going to charge them into this.
Yes.
So they are in. So there's obviously go 3 down, and then they're all going to hit them very good and very nice. Right. I'm in a bit of a rock and a hard place, because obviously I want to fight there, but if I don't fight it,
Well, remember, he can't use any stratagems because he's in engagement range of you.
Yeah, I can't interrupt.
yeah.
So go with the Genestealers first.
Yeah.
That was like my segue. I knew that, but I was
Yeah.
just like, that was my segue, you know. I was,
Oh, okay, I see.
yeah, that's okay.
Sorry, I
You
was set.
stole
oh.
his thunder.
It's right, it's right, not the first
You were setting yourself up.
Not the first time. Right, so I get 40 attacks with these Genestealers. So it's going to be, I'll roll 20 at a time, because obviously I have small hands.
Your
It's
AP?
Nothing to do with we don't have enough dice. I'm AP 3.
Okay.
So obviously I'm going to be
And
down.
-1 to hit, remember.
Yep, so I'm going to be hitting on 4s, no 3s.
Yeah, 3s.
6s automatically wound,
Cool.
and then I'm strength 5 because I'm in Twisted Helix.
Yeah.
That's not bad. So we've got 4 automatic wounds.
So you got a cocked eye in there somewhere. Yeah.
So we've got 4 automatic wounds. And then these need 4s. So that is, in total, we've got 8 wounds so far.
8 wounds. I'll just roll those.
Yeah.
And we'll just get that through a little quicker. Just need one more.
There we go. And a -2.
Okay.
That's very good.
So one of those goes through.
Yeah, so
And then-
that puts him down to 2. So
want
then
them all
I need them all there.
Okay.
Right, and then 3s. That was quite good.
Only 1/6 though.
Yeah, but a lot of hits though, Steve. So,
And then 4s to wound.
force to wound. Just kill someone. That's not killing
Okay.
someone. So we put that back in. So that's going to be another 7 at -2, obviously, because of your armor content. Very good little upgrade that.
Okay, we did less well there.
So I've killed
but
one.
we lose 2.
I thought,
Lose 2.
thought
Because
we
there's one
did,
with 1
Charlie.
left, because you wounded him earlier.
oh, okay, cool. So
At this stage, how many CPU have I got, Steve?
Did you use one earlier for a CP reroll?
On the psychic in my turn, but not in this turn.
I've got it on at 6.
6, that's probably about right. I'm going to spend a CP here because it gives me a whole Death Shroud.
Yeah, which is big.
So it's worth it. Come on.
Come on.
For Nurgle. For the stinky. It's a save.
So that's going to leave one
well
on
spent.
wound.
Yeah. So we'll move this wound across to this guy.
And then I'm just going to pile in. So pile into the tank.
Yeah.
Pile into all the... Oh, God.
Just realised that's the sergeant.
Basically...
Obviously, want to take it on the sergeant first.
No, that's okay.
Thank you.
You have to thank me. It is how the game works. Right. So, blang. Right. Now we're going to do Patriarch, right? This is what you've all been waiting for. So.
I'm going to interrupt.
Ha! No, you can't, because Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves, and he's like, no. And then that's how it works. Right,
no.
So I get 6 attacks. I'm hitting on 2s.
Okay.
So this is the Patriarch first, so hitting on 2s. He does have exploding 6s, but as you can see, there's none. And then Strength 6, because he's in Twisted Helix.
Okay, cool.
So 3s, he can re-roll wounds.
Very nice.
So 3 of them are at -6, so -5.
Yeah.
And 1 of them is at -3, so -2. And they're all going to be 3 damage, but obviously down to...
Yeah, so we had a chat about this, because obviously he's got +1 damage on his melee weapons.
Yes.
And the way we read it, it says that a 6 to wound has a damage characteristic of 3.
Yeah, and my relic is I get +1 damage on my weapons, but so because... So it's a bit of a weird one.
It's a weird one.
Yeah,
in this instance, you can have it.
Well, I would say it's damage 4. If you roll a 6.
So, okay, with that in mind, can you roll that one first? Because obviously one's on 2 wounds.
I think I get to choose once you've made.
I get to. Who picks who makes them roll dice?
There's no real. It's technically.
You do have one.
It's Jake's go when something happens at the same time. You'd normally roll with the player who's taken the turn.
It doesn't even matter. I'm going to save it.
Okay, either way. Whoop.
See?
Oh, there we go. And then these are on your invulnerable save.
Yeah.
They're flat free.
Boom.
Okay.
Cool. So I killed 2 guys.
I killed 2. That's not.
Including the wounded one, which is
not
okay.
Right. I'm just a bit gutted that I didn't get any exploding 6s. Cool. So that's.
He's such a weapon, isn't he?
I know he's cool. So that's cool, Patriarch. Now we're going to do Death Leaper. So 2s. Very good.
He's strength 7?
He's strength 7, so 3s. That's not very good. 3 at -3, 2 damage, so down to 1 damage, down to -2.
Right, here we
go.
go.
Very nasty.
So 2 wounds.
2 wounds, so he
one
puts
guy's got a wound left.
On 1. I was hoping Patriarch would do more there. You know, he's tanned, he's very tanned, because he's got all those augments, and he sadly didn't roll any 6s, but that's okay.
Okay.
It's the sacrifice we take.
Well, it's time to fight back.
When we take the pledge to wear tan.
It's time to fight back.
It's time to fight.
So the Death Shroud, we'll do them first.
Yep.
Okay, and obviously they're going to scythe, so they're going to double their attacks.
Oh no.
And we're going to
You got quite unlucky that turn, Jakey.
18.
I think I got quite unlucky there, but it's okay. Okay, I think the main thing is the charge with the aberrants.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, because the idea was I could shoot and smite off those Plague Marines to then make room so they could charge into the Terminators.
You see, I think you overestimated AP3 into Space Marines in cover. And
obviously then I gave up doing smites. So I was like, I'm just going to do other things now. But yeah. I should have just taken the trade in front of me, though. That would have been the safer option as well.
It would have been the safer option.
Because obviously then it would have meant that unit's dead.
Absolutely.
But at least the aberrants are there, ready for when those probably 10 Plague Marines get out of that rhino.
There you go, sir. That is your 4-up invuns.
On who?
On your Genestealers.
Very good. 4s. 3.
Okay. 3.
Much better. Much better than before.
So I'm going to spend 1 CP here.
Oh no. That's a waste.
And what's your leadership for Genestealer?
10.
10, oh jeez. Is it really?
I think so. 9, sorry.
9, and you've lost...
I've lost 3.
3. So I'm going to make you -4 leadership. Because the Terminator killed a model.
Right.
Okay, so I'm putting the pressure on. You've only got 1 CP. So we're putting the pressure on.
Yes.
That's the plan.
But it's okay. We don't need pressure. The tan does not run when the heat is on. Is that right, Steve?
Exactly.
Exactly. There's none of this LGT tan mark when wearing the hat, is there?
No. The glaze, though, that'll be running well off you.
That is now a river. So, you've heard of the Nile, you've not heard of the tan Nile. Right. Didn't know the Nile looked like Fanta. Right.
Okay, so I'm putting everything into Death Leaper.
Oh.
I've tactically piled in so that I am closer to Broodlord, but I am within half an inch.
He's
He's
a patriarch.
I make
That's
the
fine.
chain. You're patriarch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's -1 to hit, isn't he, old Death Leaper?
He is.
He's pretty cool. He's toughness 5 as well. Obviously toughness 4 because of his silly rule. So Death Guard are a bit good now. So the person who was like, why are Death Guard not very good? They're very good now. I'm actually quite scared of them. Admittedly, obviously there's a lot of bodies, isn't there, Steve?
What toughness are you?
I'm toughness 5 normally, but obviously I'm now toughness 4 because of your ability.
There you go. I've just hit you with 6,
Six.
wounded you with 6.
So I have a 4 up and vulnerable save. He's going to boss these.
Yeah, not bad. 2 taken.
Oh, how many wounds do you have? I think he's
7.
Oh, so 3 left.
7 wounds, 7 attacks.
Okay.
And then the flail.
Yeah. Blasphemy.
So just the 3.
And 2.
Plague weapon.
Oh no.
Never mind. So just the 2.
And these are 2 damage each, aren't they?
Toughness 4 now. Yes, 2 each. Oh.
So I'm gonna.
He's got 1 left, I believe. You took 2.
Yeah,
from
1
the
damage,
axes.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
seven wounds.
I thought you said they were 2 damage on the axis.
Oh, no,
That's
no,
me
no.
mishearing you. So I've got 1 left
1 left on Death Leaper.
on Keanu Reeves.
1 left.
Coolio.
All right. All right.
That was so. Well, I'll take my morale real quick.
Yeah,
So
do your morale.
So they will fail it at the
Definitely.
-4. So I'll lose a model.
Yeah.
Come here.
Oh, I'll do the rhino as well, just in case
Come
it
here, you.
kills a guy. No.
Right, come here, you.
Worth a try.
And then there's 6 left of the unit, so I'm not below half strength. So 1's 2 more flee. That is okay though. It's enough to be on that objective for what I wanted.
Yes, yeah.
So right. So the end of that go, I'm going to score 3 points on Stranglehold because obviously I hold 3 objectives. I'm going to get 8 points in total on R&D, and obviously no prisoners. I have an amount of points. But yeah, it was a bit of a not the best go. Obviously, big charge fail. I should have just taken my
The easy.
the easy route.
Easy
Yeah.
route, yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see what happens now on turn 4. So.
Turn 3.
Oh, turn 3 even.
I went
Turn
second,
3. No, it's right. All the tans just get into my head, all the fumes.
Yeah.
Right. If you go to the top down then, and then me and...
So I'm going to get 4. No, I'll still get 8. I still hold that objective.
Yeah, I'm not stopping obsec.
I'll get
I
1
believe.
banner as well.
Yeah.
And 3 points extra primary for doing the action
doing the
here.
action.
So I'll get 8 primary and 1 banner.
Very good.
And then 7 for a CP. Oh, this guy is
And
good.
it's exactly a 7.
This guy is good at his accounts.
He is good at doing
No
maths.
wonder Mortarion hired him. Right, let's get moving then.
Okay, Steve.
Yes.
Are we
That
muted?
turn.
You are now muted, Jake, yeah.
It was a good turn from. Well, it was Jake's turn, but it seemed like a very good turn for Michael. To be
Yeah,
fair.
Jake was really unlucky. He's failing that power for the advance in charge was huge. Just means those sort of aberrants are sort of doing nothing really now. Didn't manage to kill anything. Michael got very lucky with his saves as well in the middle there. And in return, because he's got a model alive, because they've got so many sweep attacks, has obviously took off a lot of those Genestealers as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jake quite unlucky in with the Broodlord, to be honest. The Patriarch not getting any exploding 6s. Michael making a clutch save. Could have gone differently where, really we could have seen that unit at the back potentially even completely destroyed. So if dice would have swung in Jake's favour instead, taking that banner down and then also being a bit of a deterrent there for future. So again, quite a big swing. Sorry, wouldn't have taken the banner down because that's actually on the other objective where Michael sat comfortably. But that would have taken 4 points off Michael if Jake would have been able to achieve that. So it's going to be interesting now to see what Jake can do. I think Jake is probably going to lose a lot of assets this turn. He's got a lot of the squiggly little guys, unfortunately just out in the open for bolter fire. And Michael really has to deal with those at this point because otherwise Jake can move those OBSEC units onto objectives and start taking him off. So that's going to be a little bit interesting. I wonder if Jake would have known about the heroic intervention stratagem if he'd have played it a little bit differently.
Right.
Yeah, he's nodding his head. Yeah, definitely, because the heroic intervention stratagem there, not quite working how he first thought. It's not quite as powerful as Jake originally thought it would have been, giving Jake a little bit more play, I think. So, and that's really what you have to do with a Genestealer cult army, is utilize as much of your player skill as possible, because you just don't have the durability. So, yeah.
The Death Lector, is it Lector?
Death Leaper.
Leaper.
Yeah.
The Death Leaper has come out. That's interesting.
Because he now stops Michael from using any stratagems on that unit.
Yep.
Which is really powerful.
Stops any actions within, is it 6 inches?
Yeah. Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah. Very
really, really good. Stops actions in the middle of the table. Because that was his intent to leave them within 6. So, it stops, units in the back doing anything as well.
Stops banners, does
it stops any banners going up, potentially,
right.
yeah.
But it won't take any current ones down.
No, correct.
And does Michael currently have any banners up?
He's got one, and the banner he has is the one
left.
Top left, yeah. So that's the one banner he has up.
Okay.
And Jake is scoring quite well on his Nachmund data. He's scored 8 of that so far. He needs to do one more action.
Yep.
And he will score a big 12 points on that and max that secondary out. And obviously he's going to be scoring points for no prisoners, killing models, killing wounds, which he is doing, but we haven't scored that yet because we're going to add it up at the end. So it'll be a big point swing for Jake at the end.
Yeah, so it might look close now, but we've still got that scoring to put on at the end.
Mm-hmm. This turn is the tipping point, I think.
Okay. What for well, obviously for both of them.
This turn's going to tell a lot about the rest of the game, I think.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
We won't spoil too much.
No, we won't.
But we can talk about it next movement.
Right, we done?
Yeah.
They're done. Right, okay, over to the table.
All right. Psychic. I'll explain what I've done.
Yeah.
We've basically moved out in force. We're looking to pick up grind, clear the centre objective, take this one.
Yeah.
So we've moved the Plague Marines over here, hopefully get a cheeky charge there. The characters have pushed towards the middle to help buff everything. I've forgotten to move that Plague Marine unit.
Go for it.
It's over there.
No problemo, as they say.
So these guys are obviously going to come through here. Since they're
ready to go.
To
They're going to rain bolter fire on that unit of 5. Now, just to point out to you, Michael, I do still have the objective secured unit of 5 at the back as well on that objective, behind the wall, inch away. Obviously, if that would change anything, obviously go for it. I don't mind. And obviously got the characters there as well.
I think I'll do this anyway.
Yeah, that's all right. Just thought I'd let you know, just in case.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do some psychic.
Let's go!
Let's do some psychic, yeah.
Right, so what are we going to do first?
So first...
Curse of the Death Leaper.
We're going to do... what's the toughness of your Broodlord?
He is toughness 5.
Toughness 5. Okay, so down to toughness 4.
Down to toughness 4.
So I'll do Curse of the Leper on him.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try and get that off.
Yep.
That is not good. Oh, did you add 2 CP on for me, Steve, that turn? Yeah, so the extra one from the tallyman.
Just always add 2 from this tallyman.
He's good at his
He is constantly doing these.
So that fails. It'd be pretty good to get this off.
Yeah.
I know you can deny, but it would kill Death Leaper. So I'm going to
You
CP
mean the
it.
Patriot?
It's worth it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's worth it. So spending a CP, that still doesn't go... Oh, it does go off, because the Leper is a 5.
So I stop it on a 9. So Magus is like, no, none of this. Stop that. Smite. So into the nearest unit, which I don't know actually where it is.
That'll be Death Leaper.
Oh, so stopped
cheeky.
as well.
Cheeky.
Magus is like, no.
He's kept Death Leaper alive.
He's like, everyone needs to just calm down.
That's pretty big.
Stop throwing mortal wounds.
That's
not
pretty
happening.
Big.
Right.
Okay, shooting then.
Yeah.
The 2 Death Shroud are going to shoot all of their pistols
into the Genestealers.
So we'll resolve that now.
Yeah, let's see how many shots you get, because I think
it's
that's...
3d6.
9?
9. They auto hit.
So 4's to wound, because obviously...
Rerolling everything.
Rerolling everything. Oh, so good, isn't it?
Arch contaminant.
Unless you're salamanders, then they're like, no.
Ooh, that was pretty good.
That would be a boring game.
So 4s.
Yeah, 4s. 3 die. There's 1
Still
now
one
left. I'm just going to keep the 1 in combat just with the Rhino. there.
Yeah. Cool.
So now those Death Shroud are free to do what they want.
Speaking of the Rhino,
Chris, stop.
3 shots, hit. No wound.
No
one wound.
wound.
1 wound because of contagion.
I'm okay.
You're fine. You got 1 Genestealer. It's still alive there.
Chris, think about what you're doing.
Okay.
You can't kill the Genestealer. You
Alright.
can't stop the party.
The Terminator's here.
Yeah.
They've got the blessings of the Tallyman. The Tallyman. No, we'll put the Tallyman's blessings on these instead.
Yeah, no, that's
with
all right.
you.
Yeah,
they're just going to shoot these.
It
5
doesn't matter
at the back
really,
here.
does it? So, because it's only in combat in it. So
Yes, it's
obviously.
Only, we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine. They're not going to shoot them anyway.
that's all right.
So we've got 16 shots into those guys at the back. Looks like that was a decent roll anyway.
So obviously we need freeze to wound because I am in your contagion range.
You
Because
are
turn 3 it's
indeed.
quite large.
6 inches now.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. This is no AP.
So 5 pluses. That unit is dead.
Ouch.
So you've killed a unit for grind. So bear in mind, I haven't actually killed a unit this go. So obviously you're gonna, or as it stands, you're gonna get that grind. Obviously we're not too sure how their turn could end at the moment. This is not good. This is not good.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna shoot these guys as well.
Yeah.
With their 3 flamers.
Now, because I am an honourable and very handsome person, I'm just going to take them off because there's a lot of shots there. You're wounding me on 4s. There's lots of re-rolls.
Yeah.
There's lots of dice to be rolled, and I don't. None of that. Don't want that. No. All right.
Okay. Well.
Ooh.
Don't know if I want to shoot these. I probably want to charge them, don't I?
Well, they're quite
Sure.
good in combat, Michael. This is your last warning.
And then, of course, I'll probably try and do a charge over here.
Into Death Leaper.
Into Death Leaper, just to get rid of him.
Why?
He's quite frustrating.
Why is he? Why is he frustrating?
He doesn't let you use any stratagems.
Yeah. I should have really also charged him, like obviously looking back on it, charged him into that bit of cover because you can't target him if you're within 12.
Oh, if you're not within 12. Yeah.
That obviously puts him further away for the charge, but more importantly just means...
I was debating falling back, but with how the rolling's going, I think those guys are fine.
Yeah. I like Death Leaper, he's a cool
He's
lad,
very
isn't he?
cool.
Anyway. He's my one NID friend.
Time to charge.
Yes.
Time to charge.
Right.
So,
You
these
gonna
guys, easy one here.
Yeah.
We're going to charge your boys in there.
Okay. Because I'm in dense, obviously I can't set to defend, sadly. So
we're just going to go.
But they're quite good in
All in
combat
combat.
themselves in Twisted Helix. They're strength 5.
Strength 5, eh?
-2, so -1 because of stupid rule. I like it.
Stupid rule.
Stupid rule.
The 2 Death Shroud will go there.
Not into the Genestealer. No.
Into Mr.
Oh, no.
Genestealer.
No, please.
Let's get rid of that lad.
Yeah.
And then obviously one of them is wounded. The Death Shroud into Death Leaper.
Oh, lots of death.
Ooh, okay. Okay, alrighty then.
Death Leaper.
We'll go like that.
This is one of those things, Nicole. I said, Michael, if he gets a bit lucky here, and that was a very lucky roll.
Right. But he could have always CP re-rolled that one if he really wanted to.
He could have, but it's still a long
7
charge.
or an 8.
Still a long one. Yeah, it's going to be close here.
Okay, I'm obviously not going to charge the aberrants, and I'm.
Why?
Correct me if I'm wrong. They can't heroically intervene.
No. They're too tan. They can barely move, Michael. They're not heroicing.
Isn't there a warlord trait to allow units within a certain aura to heroically intervene?
Yeah, but I don't have it.
Core only,
Yeah, but it's only core. So, and they're not core.
No.
They're not core.
Mate, barely anything this book's core. It's like acolytes and bikes and neophytes.
Gutted.
That's why. So
They've got so much tan, mate. They should be core.
So me and Michael were discussing earlier, the one thing I'd change in this list, which is already changed, is I'm putting a familiar on the Magus, because I thought that you could do it on any cult unit. So I thought you could do his augments on Genestealers, which you can't. And what the familiar lets you do is do an augment on a unit 18 away.
Okay.
So obviously in this, so once he's done his augment, he's useless.
Right.
So his familiar has been kicked, his little bottle's been kicked out his hand, and we've given it to someone else.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So,
all right, then, where you go first, Michael?
So this is the most important one.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, Death
Ever.
Leaper can interrupt if he really wants to. but I have to take this.
Well, I can't
Have
because
to
I've got
kill
one
these
CP.
guys. That's a very good point, but
Yeah.
he does fight first innately. If he's in engagement range. But that's okay.
Yeah,
I think this is the most important one.
I think that's important as well.
So I'm going to spend a CP
Yes.
to give them an extra attack because they're trench fighters.
We're not in trench. Well, actually, this is probably the most trench we've been in, actually. Right?
Yeah.
You know,
So
like that
that's
phrase
three
where they're like, they were in the trenches with me. Like, that's what's happened.
In the barricades with me.
In the barricades.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Choose to hit because of the talisman. And 3 is to wound because you're now toughness 3 because of contagion range.
I'm laughing for a different reason, and I'll say it
I like
after,
these guys.
I'll say it after the stream.
Reroll
'cause
ones.
It's not relevant right now.
Reroll 1 because it's a blade weapon.
Right.
Okay, well, there you go.
Minus.
-1.
Why? They're dead. So you do get the objective off me.
Yeah.
Very sad. Violins have been played all around the world. Right. Death Leaper time. So
Yeah, off he goes.
now the thing is, right, is I could hit the Death Shroud, but mathematically, I'm not really going to kill, I'm not going to do enough wounds to kill them. There is one Blight Lord Terminator on a wound that could help my Patriarch out in the long run.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit the Blight Lord. So 2s, because he's Death Leaper. That's just why, there's no other reason. 3s, because he's Death Leaper. 3 wounds, -3, down to -2. 2 damage, down to 1 damage. And I
You
kill
kill him, yeah.
a Terminator.
You got him.
That does help the Patriarch's mission in the long run. I know he does get to fight before the Blight Lords because obviously it's player activation, but it's one less thing he has to kill now.
We're just gonna whip around you, boy.
Yeah, I'm going to remove this Genestealer.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank maths.
So I'm gonna do the pile in. Oh, I might kill you.
Whoa, hang on.
We're gonna do the scything attacks, obviously.
Yeah. What the heavy?
No, there's no point doing the heavy. He's only got 1 wound left. And he's a measly toughness 4.
Measly. There's nothing measly about him. Look at him. He doesn't fit in Muscle Beach, but he's an integral part of Muscle Beach when it all goes right. This is the worst matchup for Muscle Beach. All damage reduction, all AP reduction.
I'll be honest, mate, my rolling's been pretty good.
What is this?
Overall.
4 up. He's dead.
He's so
You've
dead.
killed the Death Leaper. At least he actually got to do something. eh?
Definitely is like the top-down lighting what you really want in a Muscle Beach army.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
accentuate all their muscles.
Exactly, yeah.
I love you, Death Leaper. You were so cool for about 5
come on
seconds.
then, Patriarch. Let's see what you can do.
Right. Dun 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 dun
Right,
dun.
what's he got?
He has 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
Exploding
6s.
sixes.
Explode.
Very nice.
There's 1. There's more than that was before, but all hit. Strength 6.
Yep.
Reroll wounds. He doesn't need it. Look at him go. Oh, he doesn't need it. 6. -3 down to -2. Flat 3 down to flat 2. This is big.
This is ridiculous.
Why is there so... This is a bad matchup, and the Patriarch is flabbergasted by this.
You've wounded,
Look at him.
You've wounded.
I've
one of the
wounded a
Terminators.
Terminator. Unbelievable, Jeff. But don't worry, he's going to turn around. He's going to take it like the Patriarch he is.
Yes,
Leading Muscle Beach, Hank from Malcolm in the Middle, leading his muscly warriors into battle. He's like, "Come here, lads. There's some tan over here." Oh, okay, that's... Oh, no,
Reroll
you
the
get
ones because we're plague weapon. Oh, okay.
to- see.
That's 2. These are the damage 2 ones.
I'm
You're
alright.
fine. And then the
Boom.
sergeant hits you twice.
It's me twice.
1 wound. 1 damage.
I'm fine.
You're all good.
So Hank didn't take any wounds. Hank the tank, if you don't mind, Steve. But obviously, I didn't kill as many of those Terminators as I wanted to.
No.
Now, that's not good. I'm going to do what Steve does to me. That's not good. All right. So what we need to do now, we need to regroup, refocus. But before we do that, what do you score?
So get strangle.
You do get strangle.
Probably got grind.
You are grinding.
And yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's currently, before we move into the next round, 48-49 to Jake. Jake,
Right.
how many points are you scoring at the start of this turn?
I'm going to get 4 points because I only hold the one objective.
Any extra points on the primary?
No. Because
Because you couldn't.
I don't get any. So
Okay.
up to 2 CP, we'll go to the top down and let's figure out what the Genestealer can do.
Danger. Do you think, is that how you thought it would go to plan?
Really, really tough for Jakey there. Really feel for him, obviously, losing Death Leaper, that Broodlord not doing enough in return. It was pretty horrific, so yeah, not quite enough, and also not even have any OBSEC models left on that backfield objective. Bit of a problem, so yeah, not the best turn, unfortunately, for Jakey, but hopefully he can bring something back here. He hopefully do a Nachmund as well to score him some more points. But yeah, it's not looking likely that, you know, Jake's going to really take him off that objective in terms of killing models, because he's losing a lot of his assets. So it all comes down to what this big brick of aberrants can really now do for Jake.
I mean, Michael's rolls that round were
Been
insane.
ridiculous.
All 5s and 6s throughout, it seemed. And also that that new data slate armor is really coming in handy as well throughout the game.
It really is, yeah. It's come up a fair few times today, along with all the OBSEC on the Terminators now. It's changed this army completely, yeah. Absolutely has. So, yeah. You learning lots, though, Nicole?
I am learning lots, and I've also got a bit of exciting news as well, because I've been really lucky and been asked to be on Scaredcast's chat show.
On the Scardcast?
Scardcast, even. Chat show. So I'm on tomorrow. It's it's like a paint and chat show stream. Just put paint on it. And it is at 4 p.m. British summertime and 11 a.m. Canadian time, Toronto time. So I'm very, very excited to be on that. And Jake is also on that on Friday. So it's me Thursday, Jake Friday. We're having a little VT, sit and paint and chat. So that's going to be nice. And hopefully on that, they can give me some tips. And I'll not only learn the tactics from you guys, maybe they'll
some painting tips?
Yeah, some painting tips. I definitely need them.
I think Jake is ready. We'll go back to the table. But yeah, check out Scardcast. Absolutely.
We're going to pull off the biggest manoeuvre in 40k, and I'm going to turn this game back around. All right, so if we go to the top down, I'll just quickly explain how I'm going to do that. So the unit that came off the table is now back here. So obviously it can't come under the Colt Special Deep Strike, so it's going to come 9 away. If I make that charge, because Michael only has 4 objective secured models on that objective, it then means I'll take the banner down.
Yes, because at the end of the
phase, I will have the objective. Thus meaning that will take a point off of him, and it means he has to go back there and do your banner.
Yep.
So that's good. They'll die anyway, but I think we've accepted that fact, okay? Aberrants are ready, so we've got a few options. So either they're going to go into the Plague Marines and then consolidate round so then they can stop any actions on that middle objective. Or they can, or if they do kill the Plague Marines, they can charge into the Death Shroud.
Yes.
Okay? Over in the top right-hand, top there, because on my side it's right, the Patriarch is in combat. But what I've done is I've put 5 models with objectives secured and a bike on that objective. So what that means is that even if you kill my Patriarch, I will still have that objective off you.
Very nice.
Thus meaning you can't ban him, you can't do your action either.
I can't heroically intervene because you haven't charged.
Yes, exactly. And then finally...
With the strat.
Yeah. And then finally, we have... in the top left-hand corner, I've completed my final R&D. That will give me 12 points. Yeah. And my 2 characters have just appeared, so they can put some wounds potentially into those Plague Marines.
And that's the bottom right, is there?
Yeah, bottom right.
The bottom right, yeah. Kelemorph also has a line into this unit, so if he wants to shoot them,
very nice.
Or he can shoot into the Plague Marines. We'll sort of see how he feels at the time. But that is it. I think it's going to be a big go, so let's give it a go. Right. Patriarch is going to put fight last and -1 attack on the Blight Lords.
Yes, makes sense.
So that is off on a 7.
Oh, I will attempt to deny you because I quite like to kill him.
Yeah. So
what other powers have you got going on?
He's got, it's the only other power he's got is the 6's auto wound. But I'll probably just put, if I'm honest, I'll probably just, oh no, I'm not going to smite, I don't want to risk it. He's dead.
I've denied you.
I'll then put the 6's auto hit wound on the Aberrants, so that's off. I don't want to risk smiting them because obviously then I'm outside an inch, which then means that
You could then charge.
But then if I charge, you can heroic.
Of course.
And I don't want to do that. I don't want him dead, right?
Yes.
So Magus is going to do...
You could probably get away with it, though, out of 3 inches. Oh, maybe not.
We'll see.
Sorry, carry on.
Magus is going to do Mental Onslaught onto... I'll do it on the Plague Marines. Actually, I'm going to Smite first.
Smite, yep.
So Smite to soften them up.
Yep.
So D3 mortal wounds. That's 1 mortal wound.
Oh, dear.
We'll then do Mental Onslaught, which I get +1 to cast. That'll be on a 5, so that goes off. 4 dice, 5 ups to a mortal wound. So do 2.
Wonders.
And then because I've killed a model, I can then roll 3 dice and 5 ups to mortal wounds.
Very cool.
So if they then killed another one, I do keep going until I basically run out of dice or there's no more
Okay.
models. So it's quite useful. I do like it. Right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into shooting. So Kelemorph's time to shine.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to shoot. Now, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm just going to shoot the Plague Marines.
Okay.
Okay, because I want them gone and then I can charge into here.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think if there's like any other reason I shouldn't.
The
The only other alternative is I could shoot into these. Get rid
the
of
sooner
them.
you get rid of them, probably the better.
The Plague Marines.
Yeah, because as we've seen, they can be quite good in combat
Yeah.
and could push on to your objective.
Yeah, so we're gonna. So they're still in cover, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna make a bold risk. Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna use the pistols. I'm not gonna use the big shots
Okay.
because 6s do mortal wounds. So obviously one of them's already on a wound, so that
Yeah.
will pretty much kill him. So let's see.
So you get double, if not more.
I
than
get
that
double the shots,
Yeah.
and it's winning on 4s. So 2s. So they all hit 2s. So I get 11 hits,
Very nice.
and then 4s wounds. 6s do mortal wounds. Okay, so that's 4 mortal wounds.
Is it strength 5?
It is strength 5. I'll
Okay.
show you. I'll just double check, but I'm 99% sure. Yep, strength 5 -1 though.
So 4 mortal wounds.
Yep, so you're going to get a 2-up save from this. So
They're dead.
they're
I
dead.
think that's right, yeah.
Yep, so
Oh, no.
because there's 5 wounds left
It's
in the
4
unit.
mortal wounds, yes.
Yep,
That's right.
so I've killed that unit with the
well
Kelemorph.
done, Mr. Kelemorph.
Very good. Very nice, Mr. Kelemorph. Now he's giving out a reroll 1s to hit aura for core. That's very useful. So, right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to charge.
All right.
So these aberrants are going to try and charge these Death Shroud.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to kill that rhino. so I'm going to need a going up of it, then going down.
Just move through it, mate, because
Oh,
it's
okay.
breachable.
Oh, okay.
Your infantry.
So I need a 6.
Yeah.
A 7.
More
So
than
they're
enough.
in. So I've only declared the Death Shroud. So it's
Okay.
obviously,
And the rhino.
but I don't want to hit the rhino. So obviously any models that are in engagement range of it would have to hit it, wouldn't they?
Okay.
So I don't want to hit the rhino, and I don't want to kill
Yes.
the rhino.
Still have to declare it, yeah.
But no, I don't.
think-
Because
But
You're not going within an inch of it, is the plan.
Yeah,
with
so I
the-
don't, so I don't
the
going to go
charge
within an
move.
inch. So they're all obviously I'll pile into it after.
Okay.
But I'm not declaring it, so I can't. I don't
Right.
have to hit it because
Okay.
the problem is if I use the strat to put me down to 1 damage, they all have to have it. I can't pick and choose.
Right.
So then it would mean that I'm probably got a very much less of a chance of killing that unit.
Okay.
Right. Right. So now, we're going to start with charges.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we know that the unit of Blight Lords are no, they're not fight last.
Didn't you have another long charge you wanted to make?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
here.
yes, of
A 9.
course.
I have a CP for this. This is big, right? So I need a 9. Don't do this to me.
Come on, Jake. I'm
Come on.
willing.
Don't do this to me.
I'm willing
Come
a
on,
big
little
charge
guys.
for you here, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So
Yes.
that now takes down that
Banner's
banner.
gone.
Michael is going to kill them. We know that, but
The banner
they've
is now
done.
gone.
But the banner is down. I'm just trying to take some points off him. Right. Fighting first. Obviously, we're going to go over there. I know they're dead. They're not going to be able to kill any of the
Cool.
Terminators. So
Yeah.
we're going to go with the Aberrants. So they are getting. I only get 6 of them. So 4. Because they only get 2 attacks each. Because they aren't the buffed attack unit.
Yeah.
Then that. so-
Seems a bit of a shame, doesn't it? What an aberrant.
yeah. I could have done the spell on them. He does have the Patriarch does
Might
have the
be
spell, but it's all right because I wanted to put the auto 6s on them. So 3s to hit, 6s do auto wounds, so 2 automatic wounds, and then these are strength 9, so 3s.
Very nice.
So that is that many -1, obviously because of your armor of contempt,
Yeah.
but 2 damage each. That's
that will do.
kill the unit
This
because 1's on a wound. So it kills the unit, and the biggest thing this now does is obviously it means I can put a model on that objective, stopping a banner, stopping the actions,
Yeah.
and then obviously as we said, they're all now and there because they didn't declare the Rhino as a charge. Obviously, they can't hit it. Now you get to fight me. You get to fight me, Patriarch.
Yep.
And obviously, as we've discussed, it doesn't matter if the Patriarch does die. It would be great if he doesn't. But as we discussed, it doesn't matter if he dies because I still have that objective due to my ability thing.
So it's 3. These are the damage 2 ones.
Yeah, so 4 plus. So it takes wound. I'll take that. So he's down to 4 wounds remaining, I believe. No, 5 wounds remaining. Very good.
And 1 more. 1 damage.
All good.
Cool.
Right, now Patriarch time. Okay,
Yep.
come on. So, here we go. Come on, Steve. Or Hank, or whatever this
you can
guy's
do it.
called. 2s, 6s explode. Bang.
Very nice.
3s, re-rolling. Oh, here we go. Right,
okay.
so 3 at -6. So they'll be on your invul. It doesn't really matter in the order you take it, because one of them's on a wound anyway. What is this? What is this madness? What is this?
So that was the damage.
They're all
3. That was
yeah.
damage
So they're
3.
damage
This is
3.
damage
That's
4.
fine. We'll assume that obviously the best ones are done first.
So they're both dead. Just about.
No, because one's 2 damage.
No, they're both. These are damage 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, sorry,
My
we've
first
declared.
saves were against the damage 3.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay,
They're dead.
cool. So they're dead.
they
So
are dead,
I've
yeah.
now killed 3 units for grind, which obviously then does help.
You've still got to fight with your Acolyte unit in the corner, because they'll
Yeah.
fight first on the play.
Do you want to interrupt?
Oh, it's not worth it, is it
No,
really?
that's fine. So they get 3 attacks each, which is quite nice. 4 for the sergeant. So they're hitting on 3s and they're wounding on 4s because they're strength 5 in Twisted Helix, which is just quite nice. Like, as I said, the units are only in here really just to do the actions and stuff, but it's nice they can actually hit a bit. So that's 3 wounds, -2, so down to -1.
They're fine.
Yeah. To save time, I'll pick them up.
Thank you.
There we go.
We'd end up pretty much where we are.
Yep. But now, that does mean we're going to score some points. So because I have 4 models on the middle, because he's there, 4 models on the middle, there's no objectives secured on the middle anymore.
No.
So that means I'm going to hold 3 objectives. That will get me Stranglehold. Obviously, I've completed R&D
Yes.
for 12.
Yeah.
And then no prisoners we're obviously going to count up at the end.
Yeah.
Start of your go,
Yes.
you're going to get only 4. 8 because you hold 2.
8, yes.
But obviously, actions-wise, it's going to be... Obviously, you can do it over here.
Yeah, I'd
but
do
it's
it
going to
over
be
there.
hard to do it anywhere else.
Cool.
And that's
Do I
the
get an
goal.
extra CP? This guy is so good at counting.
Yeah.
He is so good at counting.
good at counting.
Cool.
Done that every turn, Michael.
Right.
It's disgusting.
If you go to the top down,
Every turn.
Michael can...
Right, I'm just going to update the scores quickly. You are muted. Just a reminder, it's 9:30, guys. So the scores now, 60-56. Very close game here.
I do have a question about how the no prisoners actually works. Is it, so how do you calculate that? I know we're doing that at the end, but
Yeah.
so what does Jake have to do in order to score points?
So what Jake has to do is you need to keep a tally.
Right.
For every 10 wounds you kill,
Okay.
you get a point. Now this doesn't work on characters or vehicles.
So every 10 wounds you kill.
Yeah, so let's say you kill 10 models with 1 wound each.
Right.
You'd get 1 point. But
Right.
equally, you could kill 5 models with 2 wounds each. That's also 10 wounds you've
But
killed.
you have to have killed them to be able to get those points.
Yes, correct, yes.
So you can't just wound someone with 5 wounds and say with 10 wounds, give them 5 wounds and another model with...
You need to remove it off the table, yeah.
It has to be gone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's one you definitely need to maybe have a notepad handy or something to keep track of.
Yeah, now if you start to reach certain thresholds, you will accumulate a couple of extra bonus points as well, I believe.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've worked out that if Michael's army gives away 11 total,
Yep.
but Jake still has a lot of guys to still kill there. So he's got a lot in the middle to kill there. I think there's like 10 guys have just jumped out of that. Michael, nod if I'm correct. Yeah, so there's 20 wounds in the middle there Jake needs to kill. You've got the Death Shroud have got 3 or 4 wounds each, I believe, on that objective next to the old Brood Lord, or the Patriarch, should I say. So there's a fair few wounds there. And then you've got 5 Plague Marines in the top right, some Plague Marines in the top left. So there's still a lot of wounds left on the table, unfortunately.
But he is doing a very good job at stopping Michael from scoring those points, especially on the banners.
Yeah, on the banners, yeah, because he's taken that banner down now, which means he's going to have to put it back up again. So Michael's not really going to score many points on banners.
No.
But equally, Jake's not going to score that many on no prisoners either.
I do think Jake's played quite a good game this this game, because normally I see Jake play and he goes in and he kills a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think he's winning, and then his points aren't as reflective as the tabletop.
Yeah.
But this one, he's scoring pretty well, and he seems like he's doing a lot of work on the tactics and the
and his strategy.
Yeah,
on his gameplay strategy. Yeah, absolutely. No, I would agree with you there. He's doing really, really good. So yes, I mean, I'm still, I've got to back those tan boys. Hopefully they'll still do well for Jake. But Michael's going to have a bit of a tough job now to crack this kind of aberrant unit. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. If Jakey rolls well, because he's due a good dice roll turn, I think.
He is. I think Michael's been taking all the good dice rolls.
I think he has. Okay. Right. Remember, guys, if you want to support the channel, great way to do that is to super chat. If you want to come in to a Vanguard Tactics workshop, the next one is in San Francisco at KublaCon. Come and check that out in May next month. And we've got a brand new basic training course coming out very soon. Email coming out on Monday, so you can join the waiting list for that email, and that is coming out Monday. Link is in the description below. The guys giving us the thumbs up, so it's over to Michael and Jake at the table.
Right. These Plague Marines have started the action for the extra primary.
The not banner.
The not banner.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one, actually. Obviously, there's a limit to what I can score primary-wise.
Yeah. So obviously the big one was obviously with having the models there.
Yeah.
It meant that they banner. And obviously you haven't bannered there.
I can banner more than once in the same turn. If I do clear the middle, then I can do the mission one in the middle.
For the last
extra
game.
Points.
Yeah.
But it's whether I'll have enough primary to have maxed it already compared to the second sheet.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do the maths because that'll take time. I'm going to do a banner because I think that's actually worth more to me. Secondaries points over the primary that I could maybe get anyway.
Yeah.
Over the course of the game. So the 10 Plague Marines have disembarked.
Ooh.
Get ready. Get ready.
It's Pussy Beach versus Muscle Beach.
The Lord of Contagion's moved up.
Yeah.
He's ready to get spicy, and the Blight Lord Terminators have also moved up. I want to get rid of these aberrants this turn. Had enough of them. Don't need these tans.
Wow,
Right.
it's blasphemy.
Better off staying inside with a tissue, being sick. All right. The
Whatever
Death
floats your
Shroud.
boat.
Death Shroud have stayed on that objective. We're just going to try and do some work over there.
Yeah.
Psychic.
I think we're banning Michael from jokes in the future.
Psychic.
What do you want to do?
We'll do Curse of the Leper on the 5 guys, I guess. No, we'll do it on your
Great
Brood Lord. Why
burger
not?
joint. Right.
Do it on Brood
On the,
Lord.
on the
That
Patriarch.
is 8, 9.
So 10 stops it. No, I'm not going to CP it. So give it a go. He's obviously going to be toughness 4 because of your ability.
Yes. So there is a mortal wound on the 5 Gribblies.
Yeah.
We can deal with them later.
And then
So just the
one.
one. Just the one.
He doesn't get any. Oh no, he does. He gets a 5 up. Which I also forgot to take when he took the 2. It doesn't matter.
Just do them now.
No.
I'll do them for you, mate.
Okay, go for it.
There you go, you got one.
So, okay, so back to 5 anyway, and then I'll kill this one chap.
Yeah. And then I think we're just going to smite.
Yeah.
That's just a 5.
And I
You
stopped it.
denied it.
Yeah.
Cool, brilliant. Shoot face.
Love that unwilling orb. It's been really, really clutch.
Yeah.
Right.
How many CP have I got, Steve? With the 2 I gained just then.
6.
6, perfect.
6.
I'm going to spend 1 on the Plague Marines to make their bolters plague weapons,
Oh no.
and then they're going to shoot your aberrants.
No.
So we'll do that.
I don't
now.
like it.
I'll do the Blight launchers first.
See you.
Okay, they all hit.
Nice. Toughness 4, so yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Minus 1.
Minus 2.
Minus 2, so I won't get a save. What's the damage?
Damage 2 down to 1.
Okay, so down to 1. 1 wound.
Just 1 wound, cool.
1 wound taken from Tan Muscle Beach.
And then we've got, hold on, 8 guys, 16 shots from bolters. Very, very nice.
Very good. Re-rolling all those wounds.
Yeah, hitting on 3s, re-rolling the 1s for the Lord of Contagion.
No, you just hit my head and it fell from the face.
And then it's 4s to wound.
It is because I'm obviously toughness 5 going down to toughness 4 because of contagion, and that's why that reroll wounds is so clutch.
Arch Contaminator for the reroll wounds.
Archibald.
Archibald. There you go. No AP on these.
So 5 up, 5 up.
Yeah.
for the tan. Right, 5 up, 2. Oh god, it's okay because we've got more 5 up. Tan, much better there.
But, yeah.
Got that tan on. So I do lose 2 because obviously 1 was on a wound.
Yes.
That is very good. I did expect probably to lose more after my the luck I've had this game. So it's good to see I've only lost the 1.
And then we've got the Terminators, the Blight Lords. These guys did get the tally. No, they were just out of the Tallyman.
They're just out of
Tallyman didn't give any above.
Tallyman. And obviously, because those Plague Marines were in the vehicle at the start of the game.
Yes.
They won't get it
Command
either.
phase ability. So,
Yeah. So forced to wound, no rerolls for these, sadly.
Yes.
4?
No rerolls.
4.
4, yeah.
4, 3 failed, 5 up, 3 fails. That kills another follower of the tan.
Can use now the Orb of Desiccation. I'm within range.
What is it?
It's a grenade, basically, on the Lord of
The
Contagion.
stink bomb.
It's a stink bomb, yeah. Here's the stink bomb. And then
1 wound.
just the 1. I don't get to re-roll this because he's not cool.
A fail.
Minus
that.
1. Yeah, yeah.
How much damage?
2 down to 1.
No.
Okay.
In
and
the
then,
grim darkness of the future,
just
there
a
is only tan.
plasma gun. Obviously, I'm not overcharging it. It does hit you. That is a wound. You got to feel no pain.
Into
The aberrants, yeah.
loves it.
Cool. The Death Shroud, you can do their Plague Spurt.
Who are they going to do that into? The 5-man or the 4-man?
I think we're going to split it.
Yeah.
So we'll do 3d6 into the 4.
Yeah. Do you want to see how many? Do you
D6
want
into
to
the
see how many
biker.
shots you get for those?
So into the 4. Oh, it's not many, is it?
Oh, okay.
You never know,
7.
It's worth rolling it. So auto hits.
Yeah, and then
4s to wound.
I'll be toughness.
Re-rolling 1s. 2 wounds.
2 fails, so 2
fails.
die.
2 die. So they're still alive.
And then into the bike.
Into the bike.
The BC Collector.
Just the 1. Can't even kill him. That is a wound though.
Uh,
So it reduces your toughness.
loves it. So
Cool. All right.
cool.
Very nice.
Very good and very nice.
Time to shoot thing. To charge things.
Time
in
to
fact.
shoot.
Time to charge, yeah.
Yeah. So who's going to charge? Talk me through it.
The Plague Marines will go into these aberrants.
Yep. So obviously you're going to get in no matter what, basically. But just
Yeah,
for
just want to make room
obviously-
for everybody.
Yeah. So obviously it's good to roll because then you can move them all round.
Yep. So
Use your movement.
it's furthest we can get there.
Movement. Now I'm sort of gutted you didn't kill that other guy. Oh no, I still would have. I still got 7. Oh, because I was hoping I'd go down to 5, so my transhuman's only 1 CP because I only got 1. It's okay.
And then the Lord of Contagion will go in. That'll do it.
A 4.
On a 4.
Oh, Jane.
The
What's that?
Terminators
Right.
6 will also do that. Cool. Right, and then the Death Shroud. So this is interesting. So I don't know whether I can kill your boy.
What's your gonna heroic?
Mr. What's it?
I can heroic whoever I want.
I think it's wise to charge these 2 because they're objective secured.
Yeah,
And I need to get my Stranglehold this turn.
yeah. Strangle.
So we'll charge these 2 and the biker.
Yep.
And then you're welcome to heroically intervene.
Thank you.
But I'll try and be sneaky and make the Rhino the closest
Nice.
because I'm not very nice. But then I think you'll be able to, because you've got a weird base, do that anyway.
He topped the barricade in that armour. I have no
Popped it,
idea
he just
how
cut
he's
his
done
way
that.
through.
He's just walked through
And
it.
Death Guard, of course, ignore penalties to their movement and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're all good. So they're in there. Yeah, cool.
Cool. And then obviously
Yes.
obviously Gene's
Yeah,
gonna,
you'll go into the
or
Death Shroud
Hank
probably.
Hank/Gene/Steve's gonna go there. Right. So,
Okay.
right.
You can't interrupt it.
I can't interrupt. I've only got the 1 CP, so
got to
no.
fight first.
No.
I
No.
got you as 2 CPs, Jake.
I spent 1 to do the charge,
Okay.
so that's why. It's very important charge. So I'm not sad about that.
Right. I think I'll do some.
Surely just all in those aberrants.
Yeah.
I can't interrupt, so you might as well.
I'll do the Plague Marines because you've already wounded guys over there.
Yeah.
And then the Lord of Contagion should be able to get in anyway. So we'll do the Plague Marines, 1 CP,
Yeah.
Trench Fighters.
Yeah.
You know it, I love it.
We're not in trenches.
You're not in trenches.
That's the worst bit
I'm
of
just
all
gonna
this.
Slide along the line,
Slide to the left.
but still towards, of course, the closest target. So we've got 10 guys
Yeah, not 5
with
guys.
3 each, so 30 attacks.
Oh god.
What I'll do is 15
Stop,
twice.
stop, they're already
And these
dead.
guys, of course, 6 mortal wounds.
Yes, yeah, so I think it's fair to say they're going to go to the tanning bed in the sky.
Yeah. So this is the first 15. I'll just roll the wounds now.
It's a sad day.
Cool. And then strength 4, toughness 4.
Yeah, sadly.
I'll re-roll the wounds. There was a 6 in
Yeah,
there.
no, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay, so there's 3 mortal
Three
wounds.
mortal wounds. So what we'll do is we'll do our saves,
Yeah.
and then I'll roll because it's all 1 damage.
It's
Right,
minus
and then
1, yeah.
3 mortal wounds.
Cool.
Put them back in. 5 plus.
Not bad.
Not bad. So the 1 on 2 wounds dies, or another dies, and 1's on 2 as well.
Cool.
So 2, and then 1's on 2. Now I've got. Oh no, I've still got. Now I've got 5 models left. Is another unit going to declare them as a?
It will in a minute, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to spend the 1 CP because now they're.
I wouldn't do it yet, just in
Oh, okay.
case.
Oh, there's more.
There's more, yes. This is the second half. So 16 more.
What the?
Re-rolling them ones.
Silly trench fighters. Always wrong. This is very bad.
And then
So much trench. 4.
Rolling wounds.
Yeah.
So that is 4 more mortal wounds.
4 more.
And then, we'll take the 3s out as well.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then.
re-roll failed wounds.
Oh,
So
yeah.
obviously re-roll those.
Cool.
There you go.
So
These are all minus 1.
6. So 6 ups, 2 out, but then 4 go back in
Yeah,
for my
4
kill
mortal
thing.
wounds. Not bad.
So the
Kills
1 on
the
2
guy,
wounds dies,
and 2
and
more.
there's 1 on 1 wound.
Cool.
Right. Obviously 1 CP transhuman the
yeah.
unit.
Makes sense.
Now because obviously now I've been declared because the strat is just when I'm declared as a hit.
Yeah.
So because now I've gone down to 5 models, I can use it. For
Lord
1
of, Lord of
CP.
Contagion time. So he's going to do his sweep
Contagion
because he's only damage 2.
Yeah. So obviously
Okay.
he wants as many attacks as he can.
He can re-roll hits and wounds in combat.
Very good.
6s explode as well.
No.
And then this is strength 5, so,
So
4s.
4's just because I'm
You're
transhuman.
transhuman, and I can re-roll all my wounds because of my warlord, my relic.
Relic. Oh.
There you go. Minus 1
So 6 up. No.
and 1 damage each.
5 up. So 1, 2, 1's on a wound. So I'll just, there we go.
Cool. And then the Blight Lords.
No,
We'll do the Sergeant first.
this is horrible.
Reroll the 1.
How could you?
4s only. It is a plague weapon, and I have Arch Contaminator. So
Minus.
minus 3. This
Okay, so
damage 2 down to 1.
so 5 up. So that would kill that one, put him on a wound. I was just going to take the
Cool.
arse one.
Yeah.
It is sad. All of the tanned, muscled people are dead. There is a funeral at Muscle and Fitness. I'm very sad. Steve apparently couldn't care less.
I'm speechless.
He is speechless.
Right.
Not a lot of words are old Steve.
So
But he's got a lot of character.
we're going to do
And mustard.
2 Death Shroud into the 2 Obsec guys.
Yeah.
Pick
and
them up.
then the other Death
Yeah,
Shroud will
yeah.
go into your Broodlord, I think.
Yeah, so I'm going to kill obviously all the little ones you're going to hit,
Yeah.
and then it's just a case of put the one into the Broodlord, and then if by some absolute miracle he can, oh god, poor little fella.
What I'll do, because I'm cheeky, I'll put one of my attacks as a...
As a big hit.
I don't know if you can split them. For the sake of continuity, I'm just going to do the sweep into your guy. Your main guy. 10 attacks, because it's double.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s. This is 3s, because it's strength 5, and your top is 4 now.
So 4 up, 3 fail, how much damage?
Just the 1 each. Yeah.
So 5 up, so he's down
Takes
to
2.
3 wounds,
Cool.
and then he'll hit you back.
Yep.
So exploding 6s are 3s, re-rolling. So 4 minus obviously 2, flat 2 because of my ability.
So minus 2, because it's minus 3
Yeah.
normally. So 1 dead and a wound on another.
Yeah.
So we'll kill... he's the...
It was very sad.
1 dead.
Right.
The bike is still alive. I didn't put any attacks into him.
Oh, okay.
You can have your bike back.
Yay.
Is the Patriarch dead?
No, he's alive.
Patriarch's alive.
Now,
He can do some work for us. Come
yeah.
on.
Now,
That is me.
yeah. So, what do you score? So you get your Stranglehold.
We get our Stranglehold.
As you hold 3 because you've got your Obsec models over there.
Yeah.
So at the start of my go, I'm going to get 4.
What was my other secondary? Grind.
Grind. So grind you're going to get, because I killed 3 units, so you killed 1, 2, 3.
2, 3. Have I even killed
I don't think you've killed enough.
So I needed to hit the bike, basically, didn't I? In that turn, but yeah.
So you get your strangle, but no grind.
No grind.
No grind. That could be big. That could be big. Right, so I'm going to get 4 points on the primary.
You got no banners that turn, Michael, did you?
No.
So obviously, yeah. So what we're going to sort of look to do here.
So it's now 64 to you, Jake.
Yeah.
To 59.
Very good. Right, basically, this game, what we're going to look to do is just get some no prisoner points. So I've got as many points as I can on the primary. We're just going to literally run at them now. So even Biophagus is going to go in, right? So as you don't even need to mute me because I've just moved. I don't have much left.
You probably fall back with the biker.
Bike falls back just so then you can't banner.
Yep.
So we'll go into obviously psychic. So the Patriarch is going to smite those.
Come on, Jakey, big super
guys.
smite here.
So a 10, not enough. But do you want to try and stop it?
Not on a 10.
No. So that is 3 mortal wounds.
Very nice.
Very good. And then what he will do is he'll give fight last and -1 attack to the plane on the Death Shroud. Because obviously I don't want them to fight me. That's an 8, so obviously that's off. Do you want to try and stop that?
I may as well. I've only got 2 denies. So what was this one?
This is fight last and -1 attack on the Death Shroud.
Yeah, probably should.
Just so that there's no chance that he's going to do that.
What did you roll for?
I got an 8.
No,
I am actually going to...
Can you move that 5 for us in the dice tray?
So I'm gonna CP it. Yes.
Yeah.
I would rather not fight last.
No. So I still get it off.
Yes.
Then the Magus, he's going to do smite into the Plague Marines. That is off on a 6.
Okay, I can't do
So
anymore.
D3 mortal wounds, so 3 mortal wounds. And then I'm going to mental onslaught, which is off because I get +1. 4 dice, so 1's on a wound. 1's on a wound, 5 ups, none. So if I did...
Oh, Jakey, you're unlucky there, mate.
That's all right. Right, then what we're going to do is we're going to use the exact same logic we did on the Kelamorph last time.
We are out of cover now, though.
Yeah,
so it does change the numbers.
Yeah, so I'm only minus...
But then I guess it still changes the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll actually go with the big shots just because, as I said, it will guarantee kill one. I'm not going to risk me rolling 6s, basically. So, freeze to hit. Freeze to hit. He has been on point in this game. I'm very happy with Kelamorph. Freeze to wound. 2. Do you know what? I've got a CP. I'm going to re-roll it. No. 2 wounds, minus 2 because of your armor and contempt. That will kill 2 Plague Marines, though. Happy about that. That may be enough just to push me over a bit of the old threshold for that. Kelamorph then, very cowardly, is just going to run back here. Charging wise, this unit's going to charge the unit 5 Acolyte's going to charge the Plague Marines. Biophagus is going to charge the Plague Marines as well. So Biophagus is in. Bloop.
Just push them all in. You'll make that charge.
In as well.
Blank,
blank, blank.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is turn 4?
Yeah.
Turn 5.
So I've got that.
Just
there.
turn 5?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So I've got a model on that objective just in case.
Cool.
Right, so now they're going to hit. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Right, so these are hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s.
Yes.
Because Twisted Helix gives me strength, +1 strength.
I would, of course, spend a CP to heroically intervene, unless your intention was to avoid it.
Yeah, so...
I wouldn't need to spend a CP.
So outside 3,
yeah,
and then move on to that as a part of my consolidation.
Okay, so there is a sneaky thing I could do.
Okay.
Except I couldn't do it, because he's closer. Because I'd do it with the Rhino, you see.
That's fine.
Intervene with the Rhino.
Right. 5 wounds, -2, down to -1, onto your Plague Marines. I kill another. It could help for the old...
no prisoners.
The old no prisoners. I'm assuming, are you going to interrupt? Obviously, you can't with the Death Shroud because he is fight last.
You got what, a Biophagus?
I've got a Biophagus, mate.
I think I'm okay.
Well, biggest mistake of your life. Right, Biophagus, both hit.
I want to see his cool thing.
1 wound.
1 wound.
So it's -3, 1 damage.
Good. Oh.
So you take a wound. If I roll...
-3?
Yeah. Oh, no, so
-2, so sadly.
If I rolled over, then his remaining wounds, he dies.
Oh, mate, gutted for you.
No, it's all right. Cool. And then we'll do the Patriarch quick, because obviously I've got fight last over there. 2s.
No exploding
Come on,
6s.
lads.
Come on,
3s,
Jakey.
re-rolling.
Roll better.
3 at -2. All you need to do is fail one. He's dead. Cool. That kills a unit for grind. So I would have killed 1 unit for grind, which helps, I guess. And then what I'll do, I'll just leave him there, actually. Right, do you want to go for it with your Blade Marines?
Yeah. How many CP have I got, Steve?
4.
I'll spend a CP for trench fighters. I'm telling you, man, Plague Marines, underrated. Big time.
Underrated ballers.
So we've got 6 left,
yeah,
including the champion. That's 3 each. 18. What's your save?
5 up.
5 up.
Yeah.
This is 3s to hit, rerolling 1s.
Yeah, and I'm toughness 3, so
3s
3 to wound, rerolling all of them.
6s are mortal.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to chuck me 1 more dice?
That one model being alive could have been a big deal.
Yeah.
Obviously, it means that he stops him bannering and stops him doing the action.
Reroll all of that.
I'm happy about that with the Patriarch being alive on the move there.
Okay, so 2 mortal wounds.
So that will kill 2, and then these are -1, aren't they?
Yeah.
Unless I roll like all 6. Oh my god! No. Right, so they're dead. Sadly, Biophagus didn't roll enough to get on the objectives, and obviously he would have been in heroic range as well, so if anyone's asking, that's why.
Yeah.
Right, so at the end of my go, I'm not going to get Stranglehold. I am, obviously I've completed R&D, and no prisoners are going to figure out the end. Obviously, you're not going to score your primary to the end, but I think it's quite obvious what's about to happen here.
Yeah, so, I mean, we just...
Do you want to just talk it through?
Run through it, right?
Yeah.
So, I've already killed 1 unit for grind, so I only have to kill 1 more.
Yeah, so that's either going to be the Magus or, well, basically the Magus or the bike.
So we put 3 banners up. So I get 1 banner at the start of that turn.
Yep.
And then
I'll put you on 2 for banners.
Put me on 2 for banners, and then we'll get 3 at the end of the game for these 3 banners.
Yep. So that's going to give you a grand total of 5 on banners. I'm very proud of myself managing to sort that out.
I mean, this doesn't matter too much.
This.
He'll walk over there, I guess, and punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
Are you happy that I'll kill at least?
You're going to kill both the Biophagus and the Magus, I think, and then you're going to kill the bike as well. So you're going to get grinds. So you're going to also hold the objectives as well.
Yeah. So we'll get 3. So at the end of that turn, we're going to get 3 for strangle.
Yeah.
I've put all this on. How many points are you doing on your primary? Where are you doing
the primary? So we'll do the action
on this one
over here, and that finishes at the end of the game.
Yeah. Cool. So you're going to get that.
Got 3 extra primary there, and then 12 more points on the primary. At the end of the game.
So no prisoners. How many has Jake scored?
So this is the big one.
Let's work this out. Bear with me while I do some quick maths.
Please.
11.
It's all I've ever wanted.
33 so far.
Does it get me over the 50? That's all.
43, 53, 63, 73.
That's 8.
And then 81. So 9 total
9
points.
total
No
points.
prisoners. Not bad, not bad.
Because of the change. Booyah, right. I think this is quite close now, because I didn't realise actually how much I've denied you on banners.
Yeah,
I think on the
got
primary,
5 points on banners, I think.
Yeah, on the primary, I think you've maxed it, but it's not what I say.
Who knows?
It's what Boxy says.
Okay, Jake, you finished on 73 points.
I'll take that, because I had a hard time trying to get through these.
It's not 69.
No, it's gutting. And
It's not.
Do you want to fail your last rod?
No, because I've done it. It happened ages ago.
Michael finishes on. That's not a great number. It's not a 69er.
No.
No.
Is it a 79er?
It's not a 79er either.
Is it an 89er?
The score is...
This is for squat.
This is for squat. This is for squat. Have I done it? Has Muscle Beach going to carry a squat to me when James paints it for me, please?
81. 73.
So he got A1.
Correct.
What's the point anymore?
Good game.
No, it wasn't. I'm joking. No, it was a great game. I really enjoyed that. I think the good thing is this Muscle Beach list, I think, has definitely went through its paces into this.
Yeah.
Okay, Death Guard with the new balance update, fantastic. Obviously, -1 damage and -1 AP army-wide is
crazy.
Very, very good. Terminator's being obsec as well. That actually was way better because obviously on a lot of situations on that top one, that would have helped me got my primary, helped me get Stranglehold, but sadly it denied it.
Yeah.
Steve's obviously having to message James because he's maybe not watching anymore. And then you can clip that. And obviously... Yeah, so I think Death Guard, obviously, balanced data slate, really, really good.
I agree.
Very, very strong. Genestealer cult, I'm really happy with, obviously, naturally, just from other armies being nerfed, indirect being a big one.
Yeah.
What did you think of it? What did the chat think of it?
Yeah, chat, let us know what you think. Death Guard gave us a great game, guys. Andy said, come on, Jakey.
Well, he's obviously delayed.
You know, so again, let us know what you thought of the game. It was a 64% on the poll supporting the Death Guard.
Well, the 64%.
And do you know what? I think if some roles would have gone a bit different, Jake, you could have potentially denied even more banners.
Yep.
Yep.
I think obviously, you know, dice rolls aside and stuff, I think, as I said, it's a good thing for Muscle Beach to go into, obviously, a whole army of -1 AB, a whole army of -1 damage. It means those aberrants aren't as effective.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
But they were still super good. I'm definitely really excited to use this on the weekend at Entoyment. There's luckily no Death Guard going, so no PTSD. So I won't be like, I know how this goes. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it. And yeah, and obviously Death Leaper was cool to put in the list. Maybe needed, maybe not.
Do you know who my hidden hero is for this game for the Death Guard?
It's probably that.
It's Bell guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, giving that extra move.
That extra, you didn't see it.
The question is,
extra movement.
I mean, you rolled ridiculously well on those CPs.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
You're right. How many did I finish on though?
You finished on like
3 or 4.
Yeah, but that's still mad.
You still got
still very good.
You haven't even rolled your dice. You could have finished on 5. So here's a question for you, Jake. Was Death Leaper worth taking in this list? Because he stops you from taking any crossfire, but also secondaries, right? That the cult can take.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's just as long as you're warlords in that, you still get to use it.
We need to check that.
Yeah, I think you do secondaries if you're not pure.
Oh.
He did cost you 2 CP as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? I like him. So what he does essentially give you is another fight last, if you think about it that way, because obviously it's no interrupt.
It also stops people from using emergency...
Desperate breakout.
So
one of the biggest things, obviously, with Cult I found was there were so many times where I'd go to wrap something and then they would just desperate breakout and you shoot you off.
Or if they've got a stupid stratagem, which is like explode my vehicle when it blows up, then you can get him in combat with it.
Okay, Death Leaper is the Stephen Box stopping trigger. He's your comfort blanket.
Yeah, I'm taking him.
The main reason actually I've taken him in Muscle Beach is purely actually so he turns off transhuman. That's the other above all else.
Yeah,
is so he turns off transhuman because obviously all those aberrants in Twisted Helix are wounding pretty much everything on 2s.
Yeah, like any -1s to hit as well.
Yeah,
really
any -1s to hit, obviously, like you said, lightning fast. Playing in the Harlequins, obviously the ability where they can consolidate and out of combat, stopping all of that. Do I think he's worth it? Yeah, I don't think I used him very well in this game. I think the better role for him was him starting on the table, starting in cover on an objective, 12 away, holding that, and then when he needs to go out, he can. But I think, obviously, if I leaned into the NIDs a bit more, then yes. If I lose secondaries, then it becomes slightly different. This list, luckily, doesn't need a lot of the cult secondaries because it doesn't do very well on Brood Hive because it's not only got the 5-man units that are coming in. That's the only one I take anyway, Brood Swarm. But if it was the case of taking it in a more of army with more models, then if that is the case, then there is maybe a debate there. But Crossfire, I barely have any of it.
I think the computer guy would go in though. Right?
Computer guy goes in after finding out what we were discussing before the game.
He still puts a token down.
He still puts a token down, you just don't get the benefit of the token. So you can still use the strats with the token.
Nice,
fight last.
So the question in the chat, what's everyone taking the tournaments? Mike, so you're taking the Death
Watch? After the balance update, Death Watch.
He's going to win the Bristol GT.
You're taking the Genestealer cult?
Yeah, I'm taking Muscle Beach, this exact list.
I'm taking my Harlequins.
Yeah.
The Dark, as per usual. Ben Jones, me and him have been working on a spicy list for him for his Eldar, and he's taking 20 Wraith Blades.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how he does with that.
I think that's very, very strong.
At the weekend, I hope I don't play you. Anyway, so guys, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to everyone that's super chatted tonight. So we'll see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We've been Vanguard Tactics. Nicole, Seb, stream team, absolute legends. Michael, you did a fantastic job. And the hero of tonight is Jake. Thank you.
I think I've really hurt my face.
Over and out. If you want to support the channel and you want more awesome in-depth content, then consider becoming a VT member. You'll receive regular videos from codex analysis to tournament reviews and more epic battle reports to help you play, progress and perform with Vanguard Tactics.